I've been good. I've been chilling. Okay, now we're live. You want me to drop the link on Twitter or not?
Yeah. Do you know
On the.
what? Just tweet it because then I could just retweet it. Does that make sense?
All right. Wait. What? Okay. All right. I'll do that. What? No, they're gonna come inside the stream. Let me. I got an idea.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Wait. Hold up.
All
I
right,
got an
that's
idea.
fine. You're the tech whiz, isn't it? I'll leave you to it.
I got an idea. Hold up. Yeah. All right. Then,
Yeah.
no, but talk to Tell me how you feeling.
Bro, I'm all right in it. Like I'm just tired from work and stuff. But yeah, I just got back. But the John Jones things is mad, man. It's been racking my head for the last couple of days.
Yeah. You want? Yeah. We can talk about that. We
Yeah.
can talk. Yeah. We can talk about your boy. You that crackhead. I always knew he was a crackhead, but.
Bro.
I,
Are we live now?
yeah, we're live. I didn't think he
Yeah,
was that
sweet.
bad of a crackhead.
Oh my goodness, bro. Do you know how hard it is to be a John Jones fan?
Yeah, I know.
It's rough, man.
It seems rough. What's up, boys? What's up with my guy, Khalil?
Yes, Khalil.
Yeah, Teron Brown.
Bro, it's a weird one because I don't even know the full facts of it yet. I know some of it's come out now, but I've not really been kept in the loop. All I know is obviously,
yeah, he put his hands on his girl.
He's put his hands on his girl, and it's just like fuck, man. It's just
I know it's bad. It's bad. I mean, it's like
real bad, man.
I don't know how he got to that point. That's what I wonder. Like,
well, that's his baby. Like, obviously, in general, that shit's fucked up. It's his baby mom as well, isn't it? So fuck.
Yeah, is it? I know. Sean O'Valley taking another easy fight. Damn, no respect for Paiva or Pava.
Bro, it's because he's a 25er. That's why, bro. He's not even a legit 35er.
Yeah,
that's why.
True.
Like people didn't know who he was before the Kyler Phillips fight. Really,
he did beat his boy Kyler Phillips though. I think they're teammates, aren't they?
I don't even rate
Kyler.
I don't even rate Kelleher in it, but I would have liked to have seen him against Kelleher. He's a bit of a scrub, but he's got a chin on him. Do you know what I mean? Like I would have been able to see what he's about. It's just like the Aljo thing's interesting, isn't it? Because obviously,
let's put that.
I know everybody shot on him, but I always said when that fight got announced, it got announced too soon because I've heard obviously from other people the severity of neck injuries and stuff like that. Yeah, and I feel like he just rushed it because he got pressured into it, but. You know as well as I do, and if you've ever had injuries in sport, recovery is probably the most important thing. You have to prioritize that over anything else. Because the last thing we wanted, right, was them two to fight when he wasn't 100%. He lose, he moans about the injury, and then we get the third fight. And you know as well as I do, 135 is a shark tank right now. We got Aldo coming back on the run. We've got TJ look good. I know Corey lost, but he's looking good. Rob Font's looking excellent. We got Peter Yan in the mix. Do we really want to deprive these contenders of title fights and things like that when we've got this sport, like this circus thing going on between the pair of them? Do you get what I mean?
Listen to this, bro. Imagine if he retires due to this injury.
Bro, if he retires because of this injury, then people can't really say anything, can they?
Yeah, come on, guys. We stay digging into John Jones about his wrongs, but praise Conor McGregor like he's one of a kind of a saint. That dude was accused of rape. He did the wrong thing.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I understand where he's coming from, but me and you have never said anything.
I don't think I've ever said nothing good about
me and you have never said anything about McGregor's actions and condone anything.
Yeah,
and that's what we're saying, isn't it? Like you could take the fighter away from what he does outside the octagon, Like people do it with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's a classic example. Like, people still worship him, and look at how much look at the stuff he did outside the ring.
Exactly.
Like Floyd Mayweather's another guy. Like, do you know what I mean? People worship these guys. So, like I always said it about John Jones. It wasn't my way of defending him, but my point was, for me, it's about keeping the same energy in it. Like, like if you're gonna do that about John Jones, okay, but then don't go sucking off Mike Tyson. What's the difference? Is it because Mike Tyson KOs schmucks with one punch knockout power? Is that what the difference is? So it takes. Is it because he's exciting to watch? That's why people like bypass it. It's the same with McGregor. McGregor was exciting to watch. Does he get a bypass on these things because of that reason? I don't know.
I think it's activity because these guys have fought, and I think John. He takes these 2-year breaks and then people really start judging him. And then he has these lackluster performances, right?
Yeah.
So that's what really energizes it. And it's like, I think a lot of these people are kind of mad that he hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Well, John Jones has got that, what's it called? That energy about him, almost like Floyd, where people just watch him solely to see him lose. Because obviously people, like I said, people judge him and take away the fact that he's an excellent fighter, and I think people are like, this guy's a piece of shit. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. You watch him and you're like, bro, he's not gonna lose. Look at him, man. He's a fantastic fighter. Do you know what I mean? Like people take away people. Like I said, sometimes me and you know about this because we get emotionally invested in some of the fighters we like.
Yeah,
we love our fighters and we back them and we have our favorites. But then sometimes we don't put to one side like their limitations. Do you get what I mean? And people are refusing to acknowledge that obviously, whilst Jon Jones obviously isn't everybody's favorite fighter or cup of tea or what, like people don't prefer him or whatever, you can't take away from the fact that how good he is when he stepped into the octagon.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, but, read that though. That made me laugh.
McGregor can murder someone in the UFC. The UFC will still keep him around. It's a money business, isn't it? Everyone says the fight game's all about money now, isn't it?
Yeah. Jones will start losing once he goes up to heavyweight. I really truly believe that. Unless
who out of curiosity, I know people talk about the Francis fight, but who do you think's his toughest matchup at heavyweight?
I think it's your boy, and everyone thinks it like I'm crazy for that. But
I said it was Stipe because he's like the most well-rounded.
Yeah, and when I watched that Dominic Reyes fight, it's like I just see so many holes in his boxing, man. Like his hands are like. Man,
bro, what did I tell you, Mr. Golden Gloves? I'm telling you, you don't want to fight Stipe. I'm telling you don't want to fight Stipe. Did you hear his man? I think it was his management or his coach. He's like, "Oh, the Stipe fight don't interest us," but it would interest him if they had the belt. Of course, obviously, I think their goal is obviously chasing the belt. So everyone's like, he's ducking Francis or he's ducking Stipe. Obviously, I'm just joking there.
Yeah,
I think for him, it's about. Like people refuse to acknowledge this, but it is a legacy for him. He just wants to win the heavyweight belt and defend it once, and then wrap it. I think because he would have made enough money by then.
After he wins that, I don't think he's even gonna defend it. I think he wants.
I think even if he retires, I think. Yeah, I mean, he said. I think he said in one of his interviews he'd retire by 35, 36. He's like 34 now. I think.
Yeah, time's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he was.
Gone is Jones.
I think gone.
Fight at heavyweight.
He's not well rounded enough for me. He's good on the feet. He'll present him problems on the feet, but on the ground, I know obviously he's subbed people before.
Yeah,
but I just think he just doesn't have the wrestling. Like
we haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it. Like for instance, right. You know, when we say this guy's got a good ground game, a lot of these guys are good on the top, but we don't know. Like, how many people do you know? Like, a handful of people have a good bottom game. Do you get it? It's like, how's this guy going to deal with John when John mounts him and slices his head open with elbows and shit like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very uncommon. Yeah, but
we do not many guys. Yeah, like obviously we don't know this about Khabib or Islam Makhachev, but it'll be interesting to see how they would do on the bottom. I mean, I think it's impossible to be like. Better on the ground, better on your back than it is like up top, unless you're like a jiu-jitsu guy. But wrestlers seem to have the better top game. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, Dominic Reyes and Alexander, only guys at 205 that gave Jones a run for his money, actually gave him a fight.
I think the reach had a play to that because he's not used to fighting guys his height and his reach, isn't it?
Yeah,
but the reason why I said I think he'd do relatively well at heavyweight, I think the guys are in there are stiff. That's why I think Garn's interesting. I think Stipe is interesting, and I think Jones is interesting. But he'd be a step ahead of Derek Lewis because Derek Lewis doesn't have like that bag of tricks for me. And we saw him. The way that Derek Lewis Garn fight played out is exactly more or less how Derek Lewis Jon Jones would play out. John would be a step ahead of him. He'd be too quick for him, too smart for him. Yeah. He'd just beat him up from the outside. Look for his openings, either shooting for a takedown or land a head kick or some sort. Get him against the fence, rough him up, and then Lewis would just quit in there. Like people can't argue with that, to be honest.
I know, man. But Lewis got a fight though against Chris Dalkaus. I think he won.
I think they made that. Cause they did. Let's be real. They didn't make that fight because they wanted to give Dorcas a top 5 guy. They made that fight because they wanted Lewis and the win.
He called that again. Boy too. Did you see that?
Who, Lewis?
No, Daukaus. He was talking shit about the boy.
Yeah, bro, fuck him, bro. Like, who's he fought, bro? Shamil, fuck off. Don't deserve Stipe.
No, he was crazy. Yeah,
I wanted Garn versus Stipe after the Volkov fight, but then they made the interim bout, and there was that drama about Francis, and I was like, what the fuck's going on with heavyweight? Because me and you were discussing this offline. We were like, what the fuck's happening to Stipe then with this interim fight?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's wild. I think he's in a situation where like I think he can wait, but like it's so weird because it's like there's so many options now for that title.
Yeah.
You got John, you got Stipe, right? And then you got Gane versus Francis, in my opinion, which will be crazy. That will that's a pivotal fight for the heavyweight division. We'll see what after that fight, we'll see what goes on. But if Gane gets the belt, oh my god!
Do you think? What was I going to ask you? So, I think if Gane wins the belt, I think that fight would be easier to be made. Between him and John Jones.
Yeah, dude, it would be so cool because it's you really think about it, they're kind of similar in their paths to the belt.
I love this. I love that fight stylistically more than him versus Francis, because I feel like you watch boxing, right? I feel like John Jones versus Francis is similar to Wilder Fury kind of thing.
Yeah, it is.
And I think Gane versus Francis is very similar as well. And I quite like Gane's that mold of heavyweight that everybody's starting to like now. Because remember, we were saying this before. We joke about it on your Fight Companions and stuff. But we see a lot of these heavyweights that they're just 5'10". They're just tubby middleweights essentially that can't be asked to cut weight. And it's
not real athletes. They're not.
It's nice to see real athletes and shit. And it's the same with heavyweight, isn't it? Light heavyweight used to be full of middleweights that just didn't want to cut weight, and now we're seeing Yuri, Rakic. We're seeing these athletic 6'4" guys, and Reyes. All these dudes. Look at the size of these dudes. We got Johnny Walker this weekend as well.
He's humongous. Honestly, he should be a heavyweight. His stats, just he
ain't got the chin for heavyweight though.
That's the problem.
He ain't got the chin for heavyweight.
Yeah. Oh, let me read. I think I think Derek beats Curtis and Steve.
He's already beat Blades.
And Francis gives him major problems. Dan Hooker is fighting Islam. I think Jones beats Derek, Stipe, Curtis, Blades, Gane, and Francis gives him problems. Yeah, man, I hope Colby beats Usman. Same here, but Guru has been getting his predictions correct recently. Yeah, he has. I give him that, and he is picking Usman to win. Yeah. So I'm worried. I pray Colby grapples and gasses that. I was about to say Punk, but yeah.
I mean, bro, EPO is a hell of a drug in it, bro. That is slowing him down for shit.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Can we just talk about Dan Hooker? We need to give him some airtime, by the way.
My God, the GOAT.
Oh my God. I don't want to ever hear Arman tell you can talk shit to him when he's fighting the guy that's supposedly the most feared fighter in the division.
Oh, man.
On 3 weeks' notice. You can't talk shit now. Fucking donut.
Hey, beat him.
Look, the guy, his last three fights are going to be Islam Makhachev, Michael Chandler, who's just fought for the fucking belt, and Dustin Poirier, who's about to fight for the world belt. And that's 3 of the top 5. And people want to talk shit about him. Are you kidding me? How can you hate him? How can you hate him?
I know they hate him just because he got I don't know. I think it's the way he talks or something like that. But I don't know. That's what I was wondering. But
I really hope they make Tony Ferguson versus Conor. We need this. It ain't gonna happen. They won't make Tony versus Conor.
I would like to see.
I think when Conor comes back, he will get some sort of tune-up fight. Though I do think that. I don't think he fights Poirier straight away.
Yeah, but again, that fight. I feel like Conor owes him that fight. I really.
We've been saying this before. Tony's owed a fight. Whether it's a fight against McGregor or he fights Nate at 170 and he gets his paycheck because he's 38. I would love to see him against Tony. I know Nick looked like shit, but.
Oh, that was hilarious! I loved every bit of that. I'm sorry, but I loved it.
Do you remember when I said to you that fight would be so shit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you did.
And people were so wild. Like I said, that was the classic example of people refuse to remove their emotions from it and just look at it from a logical perspective. Those guys Robbie Lawler's
it was entertaining, though. It wasn't technical, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think the problem is some people can't realize that the fighters now are just better than the fighters before, and it's just that,
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but I think Tony Ferguson beats McGregor. He has a chance.
I just worry about the damage he took against.
I think it's actually. Isn't it weird? It's kind of hard to say who really wins that fight now. Because it's
because we don't know where they're at right now, do we?
Exactly. I think that's what makes that fight kind of interesting, low key.
Yeah. Because we the thing with McGregor is, right, although he has lost fights, we literally don't know if it's a case of he's good, but he's just fought the best of the division, or he's actually fallen off hard and the drinking and all that's been him hit. Because let's face it, he has lost to probably Poirier is either the best or the second best lightweight on the planet right now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, so he will be the second best though after Charles puts that work on him. But
I need Oliveira to beat him, otherwise my article, I'm gonna look like an idiot, bro.
I cannot wait, dude. If Oliveira beats him, I don't want to hear nothing from these little fucking DP fans.
I think if Oliveira beats him, I've said before, like if Oliveira beats him, he's holding on to that belt. He's holding on to that belt because he's the toughest matchup for him in that division. People can say Islam Makhachev and stuff like that. All right, cool.
That would actually be interesting. I'd like to see Islam fight Charles. I would, because I would see, like, I'd like to see how Charles would sub him. You know, just see how we figure him out.
You do know though, like if Dan Hooker lands that fucking knee on that guy's chin, he's getting sent to the show.
Oh no, you know me, I'm picking Dan. Dan's my boy.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even. It's not even that like I dislike Islam. I just think Dan is. It's just. Dan, for me, regardless of people talk about his skill set and stuff, he's just a tough matchup for people in that division. Like, you're not gonna beat. Like, I know obviously Chandler beat him and stuff, but I just don't think he's an easy win. Do you get what I mean? He makes every fight tough. Like, he's a bit like the Corey Sandhagen of that division in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I don't think number 8 truly reflects where he is in that division because for me, he's top 6, top 5.
Yeah. Dude, man, what he was able to do to Gilbert Burns, I know Gilbert cut a lot of weight for that fight, but what he was just able to do, he dismantled him in every aspect of that fight, even before he knocked him out. A lot of people don't even give him credit for that. Like, that's just crazy. Yeah.
That was a fantastic performance. Yeah, I watched that fight back just sometimes just to get happy that Gilbert got chinned. Because people are literally saying that he'd do that to, like, Gilbert Burns would take Leon. I'm thinking, there's nobody at welterweight that knows how to manage distance better than Leon Edwards.
Yeah. No, Leon would do bad things to him. Like, honestly, like,
Leon would fuck him up on the feet. I don't think people understand. And Leon isn't going to be scared to get taken down like Wonderboy was.
Dude, I think Leon would take him down just for the fucks of it. You know, like, he would do really bad things to him. Like, honestly, like, I think Gilbert should just leave that man alone. Like, I don't even know what's going on with welterweight at the minute though. So that division is. I mean, it is a good show if I've ever seen it.
Like, wait, it's Kears is fighting, isn't he?
He's fighting. He's fighting Sean Brady, and that's gonna be.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. I was moaning to you about that. Fuck. Yeah. How does Sean Brady get number 6 or number 7?
Well, everyone thinks he's a future champ. So I think that's.
I've looked at his resume. His resume is, I don't know, man.
He hasn't fought anyone, but I guess
he fought anyone to be ranked number 13 or whatever he is. Like,
I think because he beat Jake Matthews so like impressively. A lot of people are like, wow, I give him that. He did submit him. I was like kind of surprised he submitted him.
Is D-Rod ranked or am I tripping?
Yeah, I think because Jake has a win over Li Jilang, right?
Yeah.
I think that's how they kind of like gave him the ranking spot. But I
want to see because I know Muslim Sayyov is ranked, I think.
Yeah.
Number 15.
Yeah.
I think they bumped him recently. Oh, yeah, he's number 14. D-Rod's 15, yeah. D-Rod's one of them guys. You gain nothing out of fighting him, but he's just going to give you a bad fucking fight.
Oh, man. Oh, we didn't even talk about what Kevin Lee. And, I was so sad for Kevin. I was like, come on, bro.
Do you know what it is, though? D-Rod hit so hard. D-Rod hit so hard, it's scary. Like, he was playing tag with his face. His head kept snapping back after the jabs and stuff.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my goodness! I knew that would happen. By the way, like, I don't want to be that guy, but I was like, D-Rod at the time. Like, we say this before. Like, he's extremely skilled, but you get no reward out of beating him. People go, if you beat him, he's not ranked. So what?
Yeah,
that's like a casual take, and it's like, bro, I don't think people understand how skilled that guy is. It's just like,
yeah.
And I remember watching. I think it was him and Mike Perry. And I was watching him, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, man, the punishment Mike Perry took in that fight.
Yeah.
I think he got wobbled once or twice, but I don't think he dropped. I might be wrong.
He will be released. Oh, come on, Tehran. Come on, man. Why are you saying that about my boy? Why you saying?
Do you know what, though? He's got Bellator welterweight champ written all over him. He does.
He could give those idiots some problems, man. They're fighting today, aren't they? MVP and Lima, right?
I think so. It's an October cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got shit. You just remind me. I've got to watch that.
I pray to every god in the world that fucking Lima destroys that idiot.
Bro, can I just get one British champ, please? I'm fucking fed up of us getting smoked, man. Fuck.
Well, you got Leon, like
Yeah, I know, but like he wins his last fight, and then people just talk about the last minute of the fight. It's just annoying that we get shit on. Yeah, and until looks like he's never been on the ground before in his life, and fucking Brunson beats him, and you were giving me smoke about that as well.
I was so happy, bro. I never been more happy for Brunson.
I betted on Brunson to win, but I said I know why the UFC made that fight. They just thought Till would play with him on the feet, and I'm like, no, they're Brunson 2.0, especially with the Super Saiyan hair. There's a different fucking animal.
Fucking defeated too. Undefeated.
He's undefeated. What is he? 6 in a row? And he's fighting Cannonier now as well.
I think he's 5. I think it's 5. But he will be 6. That will be coming up.
I think he beats Cannonier as well. By the way, I think because Cannonier's good, and he's a bit what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say basic because it sounds harsh, but like you know how Peter Yan's got that style? It's very rigid.
Yeah,
like he keeps the basics. He don't spin. He don't flash. He's got this rigid style in it on the feet. So it's like I think Brunson will be easier to read him than someone who's got the reach of like a Kevin Holland who's got like 80 inch.
Yeah, I think they got the same.
Or like a Darren Till with the Muay Thai stance.
And
yeah, exactly. He looks long for me because I think he used to fight at the other weight classes. But I think Brunson's gonna fuck him up.
Man, I
think Brunson will fuck him up, and I'll tell you this now, fucking clip this up when this happens, in November. I think the fight's in November. Clip this up, If Brunson fucks him up, I don't want to hear anybody here now call him. I don't want to hear anybody off the Jared train. I don't want to hear anybody call him ass or hyped up or any of this shit because I fucking told you guys a year ago he was shit. I'm telling you now. Fucking told you so. He's fucking shit, man.
Man, bro, I thought Kelvin beat him. I thought Kelvin beat him, but everyone's like, you were mad at me for that. But like, I was like, I really thought he won that fight, and then it's like,
I didn't watch that fight. I fell asleep on that call.
But I thought Kelvin beat him. Like, I know he dropped Kelvin like 2 times, but I thought Kelvin kind of outpointed him for at least 3 rounds. But it is what it is. Kevin Lee sucks. He used to be very high on him.
I don't think he sucks. I think the lack of consistency hurts him. Like,
MVP,
if he fights, we were saying this. We said this, and MVP is actually Jamaican. Well, at least his parents are from there. He's talking. Michael Venom Page. Well, he fights from the UK. That's my point. Like Leon is actually Jamaican as well, but we moved. Yeah. I'm picking Brunson to beat Jared. Yeah, see that we love Torren on here. We love Torren. Yep. That boy speaks sense. Picking fucking Brunson. Yeah.
A lot of people. I noticed that. I don't know why people hate Blonde Brunson. How can you hate that man? He's like literally, like he's a family man. He's a top level fighter. He's good.
It's because he's not marketable, isn't it? Like if he was to fight for a title or something, people wouldn't be interested in watching it. Do you know what I mean?
But he's actually one of them. Like he has finishes though. He doesn't like. Yeah. He doesn't like. I know he went to a decision with Holland, but I think that was his first ever 5-round decision. You know, ain't that crazy?
I think that was kind of more Holland's fault, if anything. I think he just pulled Gardam in and just was fucking about on the ground. To be honest, I just think.
Speaking of Holland, he's actually. I think he's fighting this Saturday.
Isn't he fighting?
Yeah, he's fighting.
He's fighting Dorcas, isn't it? Is he fighting Dorcas?
Yeah, he's. I think Kyle Dorcas. I think that's.
Yeah, he's fighting the other one. Not the one with the shit tattoos that called out Stipe.
Yeah.
Not him. Fucking schmuck. Isn't he like a policeman, bro?
Yeah,
the policeman versus the fucking fireman. You know
that's how he promoted it too.
You know Stipe will get that hose that and whoop that boy. Fucking, there's levels to this shit. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Is that interim fight confirmed? Jan and Corey.
Yeah, it is. That's gonna be a banger. I cannot wait for that. I don't know, man.
Have you made a breakdown video on it, or do you want to talk briefly on it now?
We can talk about. Obviously, my first lean is Jan, but like Jan's gonna have to. He better not have an ego and strike with that guy. He needs to wrestle, and I know he can. That's my problem with Jan. He is so well rounded, but sometimes he has that ego where like he doesn't want to wrestle. Like I remember when he fought Dodson, and Dodson dropped him. I'm like, bro, like you should have went for a single leg or something. I know he
I like Jan. He is well rounded, but I just don't think people make him out like he's got this fade or aura about him. And I just think I have seen cracks in his performances. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's very like he gets over aggressive. That's my only issue. Yeah,
like I saw where Jose Aldo did well in that fight as well. Like, let's not take away from the fact that I think Jose Aldo did well the first 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, it could have been easy 2-2 going into that 5th round. You know, he's very.
I just think Jose just got beat up as the fight went on. To be honest,
I think
that's the scary thing about Jan, though, isn't it? Like, he could give you 2 rounds, and then the next 2 you'll be more tired than he is, and you'll be more beat up than he is, and you're like, how is this the case? Like, we're 2-2 going into the 5th. I'm more tired than him, and I'm more beat up than him, and you're like, fuck, I've got to either finish him or win this round somehow.
And Corey is so long too. Like, if Corey goes in there, and if they only just stand up, if Jan has that ego, oh my god, Corey can win that fight. I'm so Corey can.
The only thing that worries me is that I think TJ did a lot better on the feet than I thought he would, and I think Jan's a different. Jan is. I know TJ can switch stances and stuff, but Jan possesses more tricks for me, especially on the ground, especially on the feet.
I agree.
And I'm just like, I scored that 3-2 TJ, by the way. I know people moaned about it. Like, I love Corey in it, and I thought he deserved to fight for a belt without the TJ fight. But I can't let that take away from the fact that I thought he lost that fight. Do you get
and it wasn't. I agree. I don't think it was that bad of a robbery or anything.
It weren't a robbery. Like, that could have. If I believe TJ won that fight 3-2. But if someone had if the judges had scored that 3-2 Corey, I would have been like, sweet, okay. Like, that. It was 2-2. One of the rounds could have gone either way. I'm not too fussed. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's really one of them fights. Like, the robbery word gets thrown out a lot, especially when we're dealing with MMA Twitter.
Yeah, Corey has like a 3-inch reach advantage over like 70 to 67. So that's gonna be like.
Oh, we need to see him fucking reach though. He used it well against Frankie. I know we only got 40 seconds of that fight. But
I know, that was so sad.
He needs to literally make Jan dip his head one way, throw the hook the other way, shit like that, bro. Just
I think what really won TJ that fight was that fight IQ, was the different levels of fight IQ, because you saw Corey just spam the knees and the spinning heel kicks for no reason, and he gave up clinch position and control time. I was like, bro, what are you doing? But if you remember the boxing stance, and when they're throwing punches, Corey was out jabbing him, and when he landed that hook, like, you remember TJ was trying to use his movement, and he threw that hook, and like fucking TJ basically moved his head to the hook, and it got dropped. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. I literally think he could catch you on with the same punch. Literally think. Do you know what? Yeah. By the way, I want you to clip this up if he catches you on with that same punch.
All right.
What is fucking clip?
I'll find the clip.
I actually think there is certain discrepancies in Jan's defense, and I genuinely think he can get caught with that hook.
Yeah, I think Jan. The problem with Jan is he uses that high guard too much. Like, he has that's a good thing. Like, he doesn't drop his hands. But it's like he kind of he almost reverts to a punching bag almost, where he just takes too much damage sometimes. Because I remember that in the Aldo fight, like, Aldo would hurt him with these 3-punch combinations, then end it with a kick. Like, it was beautiful to watch. But
do you know what though? I think people will disagree with me in the chat, but I think there's not really a body snatcher in that division aside from Jose Aldo. Prime Jose Aldo would have absolutely destroyed
Corey got body work though.
It's decent, but he uses his legs a lot more in the body, don't he?
Yeah. Well, I think he does have a finish to the body. I do. I think it was some scrub though, but it was like early in his career. He likes to hit that body a lot.
Yeah. But I know Aldo loves that lead hook in it. The same.
Yeah, but the difference between Aldo and him is I feel like Aldo sets it up properly. Like, he throw a jab, then throw it to the body. Like, Corey just almost wings it. And you can get caught doing that. Like, that's my only issue with Corey. Throws it to the body. Like, I'll send you a clip, but he'll just throw it, and it's like, man, if someone times the uppercut, if they block it and then they throw it straight at him, he'll get hurt.
There's certain fighters like that. They just rely on their chin. It's like, I'm gonna throw this regardless because my chin's gonna hold up. I think we saw it in the Costa Yanez fight. If you watch that, and you're I love those guys, and they put on a great fight. But if you watch that as a contender, you think I could absolutely pick those schmucks apart. Do you not think?
Yeah. Well, they're young, and I thought Costa, he fought a really, really smart. I'm very high on him too, And I thought the best thing that ever happened to that kid was when he went to Stanford MMA. Because if you watched him before that Yanez fight, he was super sloppy with his hands. And then in that kind of like he leveled up. But Yanez,
this is like I like him in it, but he was getting finishes inside a minute. I kept thinking he's sloppy there, he's sloppy there, he's sloppy there. And I'm just thinking
deep waters though. You could tell in the deep waters. That was smart by him. But but the jab, that was something that like kind of like perplexed me because he didn't move his head. He was just eating them almost. Or like he was like, I'm gonna figure this guy out. It's almost like he got mad and he got over aggressive, but he figured him out though.
Yeah, Corey versus Sean O'Malley would be good, but I know the UFC is definitely gonna protect him from that fight. Yeah, what makes people think he deserves to fight a top 5 anyways? He hasn't even got a ranked win.
Who, Yanez?
No, O'Malley.
Oh, I don't get it. Yeah, he's popular, and he smokes fucking weed.
If I show you the list of guys that are unranked, that honestly, it's almost as talented as the list in the top 15. Do you know how crazy it is to say that?
I know.
Oh my goodness, bro! I'm gonna find it, yeah. I'm gonna send it you, but carry on talking because I'll find it in no time.
Douglas Silva Andrade was kind of tagging Jan in that. Yeah, he was. That was a crazy fight, but Jan is so tough, man. He's so tough. He took that punishment and broke him. Like I think he made him quit on the stool, right? Or if I'm tripping, but that was insane. Like Jan is like, I remember when I was doing a film study for Jan and Aljo, I was just like, wow, this guy's on a whole entire different level than a lot of these cats. But in terms of just his Muay Thai and his wrestling ability, his clinch work, like his fight with Magomedov was crazy. I think a lot of people like he can be really good. It's just
really good. Yeah. It's just, what? I picked Aljo to win. I think. My pick was Aljo to win that first fight, man. I feel like an absolute tit now.
Well, I thought that fight was going to be close.
I think I'm the only one who. Yeah. Do you know what though? I thought he was winning the first round up until he got dropped.
Yeah, same here.
And I think that somehow changed. And I thought either that somehow changed his approach to the fight. I feel like. I think he. Do you remember him fighting Pedro Munoz and he was just in his face?
Yeah, he looked good. He looked good against Pedro.
27.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I thought he was like because I saw the first round and I thought he was going to do that. I thought he was just going to be in Jan's face and not let him get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
Because Jan, for me, obviously, you all have your own opinion, but for me, he starts quite slow and he needs to get into the rhythm of things. And for me, one of the most important things I take from when I watch Peter Yan in his fight is do not let this motherfucker get into a rhythm because he'll beat you up without the rhythm. And when he gets into rhythm and in sync, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
But we saw that. I mean, and I was just like, when I saw Aljo doing that, I was like, yo, this is brilliant work from Aljo. If he can sustain this for 5 rounds, how can people shit on him if he manages to dominate the guy that people said would win for like the next fucking however long? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who'd like close that division up? Like 135 is so stacked, and yet people are saying, yo, like he's gonna like dominate that for years to come and stuff like that.
I know it is interesting. He does. I mean. I get what you're saying. Like, my only issue with Jan was his resume at the time, but like, after the Aljo victory, it's like, man, you gotta, well, not the victory, but like the fight. Actually, you gotta respect the guy.
I think I had the same as a victory.
Is good. That is the guy right there. I wish John Lineker.
I had the same problems though.
Was in the UFC still. I think he would have beat Peter. I think so too. Lineker's good. Lineker's good, man. He would have gave him problems. He would have gave him. It would have been a war.
Do you think he'd give him problems now though? Obviously, Lineker back then is a different. Is a different monster.
I do wonder. Maybe Jan would wrestle. I think Jan would have to like consider wrestling in that fight. But if it's just in the stand up, like Lineker's tough, man. It would like Jan is tough, and I haven't seen Jan get like knocked the F out before. But
yeah.
I haven't seen that with Lineker though. So it's like that's a very. I thought Lineker gave Corey problems. I thought Lineker really made that a fight with him. That was a great fight. A lot of that's an underrated fight.
I'm not gonna pretend I remember that fight.
Dude, you should watch it, bro. I when I was doing the Corey TJ film study, I watched. I was like, man, this is a banger of a fight, and that was his last fight in the UFC. He got released after that, so I was like, yo, I don't know how they let that guy go. And he's actually doing good at 1. He's been knocking everyone out. But they're like,
I know. He's impressed me at 1. But what happens to Rob Font now in this division? Because Because
Well,
for me,
he's fighting
right,
Aldo, I think, right?
he's fighting Aldo.
Yeah, that got announced. It's a 5-rounder.
Okay, that makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I just think the match between those two don't make sense unless they're trying to go right. Rob Font's on this run. He's now going to beat one of the greatest martial artists of all time. Let's give him the title shot next.
Yeah. Well, I thought
That's
they
the
should
only
have
narrative.
the shot even after Corey, but maybe he wasn't. He didn't want to do it or whatever.
But I literally don't think that doesn't even make sense either because I think the whole point of them giving TJ the Corey fight was like this whole redemption story. They were going to make TJ surely fighting. Well, so, bro, this is my issue with the division right now. So we got the interim fight.
Yeah.
The winner of that is going to fight Aljo, and then we're going to have to wait 6-7 months for those things to happen, and then the winner of that fight is going to fight TJ. So what's the point in Rob Font fighting now? Because he's going to end up having to take another fight after this.
I don't know. Maybe he could wait it out. You never know.
Nah, you know as well as I do. Yeah, 135 isn't 145 where there's no options for the title fight unless the obvious names. 135 is such a sharp time where you need to state your case and keep fighting the best in it.
He could fight Merab. Merab humbled me. I was so mad at Marlon. Dude, did you watch that fight?
Yeah. That was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen.
Marlon had him on skates, man. I was like so ready to talk so much shit to the Merab fans.
Yeah,
I know because
me and you went back and forth about it. I did think Merab would win that fight, but
yeah,
I was surprised he got caught like that. But you know what? When I saw that sequence, I thought, oh my god, how the fuck's this fight not being called off? Because I've seen fights get called off for lesser stoppages. In my opinion, you could argue the stoppage.
Keith Peterson's a different animal, man.
Bro. So Keith Peterson would stop.
Dominic Cruz is mad.
Would stop the Dominic Cruz fight when Cruz is coming back to his feet. But then when Merab is literally on the floor getting punched up, like that's okay. But I don't even understand how this works.
Hey, Merab is a different animal. I give him his credit. I'll never because I wasn't sold on him, right? Even though I picked him for most of his fights, I felt like Marlon was the guy to challenge him in the striking department. And Marlon, he usually had decent enough grappling in the first round to stuff takedowns. Yeah. But man, he broke him. Even in the first round, they could at the end of the first round where Merab was landing ground and pound, I was like, yo, he's gonna turn this round from 10-8 to 10-9 for Marlon. Yeah. I was like, oh my, and then he broke him in the second. He legitimately took that man's heart, because Marlon doesn't have his soul, because fucking Corey and Rob took that, but fucking Merab took his heart, man. He took his heart.
I think the better strikers presenting problems though, Merab.
Yeah, I know.
That's just me.
Because Corey, a guy
I do see him get tagged and stuff, but I think his pressure makes him a problem.
No, I give him credit though. He got this far. I didn't think he was gonna get this far. So I give him that.
I was wondering how it would go because obviously the situation, because his teammate Aljo holds the strap currently in it. So I was wondering, not that, but I was thinking they wouldn't push him too far too soon because obviously, let's be real, if he won all the fights and managed to get to the title shot, he's not really going to be fighting, is he? Do you know what I mean? So I was a bit surprised. I think the UFC think Aljo's going to lose the strap anyways. That's why they've given Merab that fight. Because I thought Merab would fight Kyler Phillips or someone he'd be fighting top 10, top 15 guys. I didn't think he'd be fighting Marlon, who was number 6 or number 7. I was pleasantly surprised he was fighting someone that high up the rankings.
Yeah,
because I think the last fight was Starman, wasn't it?
Before Marlon. It's Cody Stamann. Yeah.
Yes. What is it, Starman?
Yeah. He looked good in that one too.
He looked good in that one.
Yeah,
I liked him in the Dodson fight as well because regardless of whether Dodson's passed it or not, he's still got dynamite in his hands.
Yeah, he was. Merab is, man. It's crazy that Ricky Simone beat that guy. It's still crazy to this day. Did you ever see that finish?
I think so.
You choked him out, but I was like,
yo, wow. I've sent you the list. Yeah, go on your Twitter, and I want you to read the names out and show people how stacked this was.
Man, yeah, some of the fighters in the bantamweights who aren't even ranked: Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong, Randy Casa, Umar Nurmagomedov, Adrian Yanez, Trevin Jones, Jake Shore, Ronnie Lawrence, Jonathan Martinez, Ricky Simone, Chris Gutierrez, Nathaniel Wood, Ronnie Barcelos, Davey Grant, and Tamira Valiev. That is crazy. That is insane.
Bro, look at those names, and tell me they easily couldn't be in the top 10. And you can replace them with some of the guys in the top 10, and it wouldn't look.
I know some people might think, might call me crazy, but listen to me right now. Out of all these names I just said, Jack Shore is going to be in the top 5. I'm high on that kid. I really am. That is, y'all should.
Yeah, please back. Yeah, boy, that's back in the UK, guy. Don't give us.
No, I don't give y'all heat. Like, here's my. I think y'all have good fighters, but y'all don't give them no credit. Like Leon, Jack Shore, like these are actually good fighters. We don't even have. Yeah. Yeah, but y'all don't even give them no hype. But y'all give these fucking dummies like Patty Pimlet and Till all the goddamn man love in the world. Like, I'm like, wow. Like,
no, I'm high on Jack Shore. I don't think people understand yet. I know 135 stacked, and if he loses, people are gonna go, he's in the best division. Calm down, bro. I have such high expectations with Jack Shore.
He's grapplings. I mean, and then like Arnold Allen gets no hype too. That's another one. That's fucking elite.
Arnold Allen's another one though. Like he's so well rounded. Yeah, he's a lot more well rounded than all the other fighters that we've listed, and like all the other British fighters that we see. And it's just like he doesn't get hype. And he beat Shudak Yusuf. I know it was a 2-1. Like, it was 29-28, but that fight looked clean for him.
Yeah, he looked so good in the boxing, man.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's what impressed me, because I said, for me, Sadiq looks like one of the cleaner, faster punchers in that division.
Yeah, and he made him look.
He might not be the best. He might not be the best stand-up fighter, but he looks so quick.
Yeah.
In that division, he looks so quick.
And he made him look like a fool. He made him look like a fool, man. I want to even rewatch that fight, because I remember when I watched, I was like in awe, because I picked Sadiq. I was like, I was really high on Arnold, but I was like, man, Sadiq got too much power, and I was like, oh my god, this kid's on another level.
I think me and you both said it would go to a decision, because we knew about the durability of the guys.
Yeah,
Mike Bisping, the best guy to come out of the UK. I think that opinion is kind of based on the fact that he won the belt, though, isn't it? Because I think skill. I love Mike, but I think skill for skill, he probably isn't.
Yeah. Well, he's tough. He's tough. I give him that. I don't want to diss Michael right now, even though I was so mad. Did you see what he said on his show? Yeah. Did you see what he said on his little YouTube channel about Anthony Smith?
No.
Dude, he said his prediction is that he'll win the belt by the end of this year.
Anthony Smith?
Yeah, no, not actually. I shouldn't say the end of this year. By the end of next year. Yeah. That's what he said. What is wrong with that, man?
Smith's another fight. Smith for me, right? I think he's the most. No, not about the belt thing, because the belt thing.
I was about
me and you. I've said this to you before. There's about 500-600 rosters in 500-600 fighters in that roster. Only 10 of them get to be champ.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's like less than 5% or whatever the fuck of the roster. Like,
yeah.
And I think he's probably the most underrated grappler that I think he's probably one of the most underrated grapplers that I've seen, in the sense that I don't think people talk enough about how good he is actually on the ground.
I think he's overrated. I think he's more overrated.
I think he's good on the ground, but he's
good. He's all right.
People still talk about him as a brawler because he fought those old guys, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, here's how I look at him. He's like one of those guys where, like, I mean, you get taught, like, when I see guys, when they fight him, they make mistakes in the grappling. He doesn't really initiate the grappling. Like, it's
I get what you mean.
Volkan Ozdemir took him down like a dummy, right? And got submitted. Who else took him down? Fucking Devin Clark.
Devin Clark took him down, yeah.
And then even Ryan Spahn went for a takedown when he
got. Yeah, but Ryan Spahn was doing the chicken dance, though. He obviously panicked. That's what you do, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You grab the legs, and obviously you hold on for dear life, kind of thing, isn't it?
Who else? Who else fought like a dummy? I'm trying to think. Oh, Gustafsson. My god,
Gustafsson's another guy. He just went to the ground for whatever reason. Like he didn't learn from the John fight, because I think he lost that back to back.
Yeah, dummy right there too.
Doing the same shit, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like he's good. I give him his credit. He's one of the luckiest fighters I've seen in a minute. Like,
fucking hell. he's literally just done what Bronson done and defeated a bunch of hype jobs in that division.
No. Brunson beat some cool names. Okay, the only good name that Smith beat was Jimmy Crute, Clark, and Ryan Spahn. Even though I know I picked Ryan Spahn, but like, all right. I admit that now, but
you picked the right span.
Yep, I did. That motherfucker does not deserve disrespect. I hate Smith because I hate him with a passion. Because I'll never forget.
Blood, hate's a strong word.
I know, I really do. Because he's this is just why I don't like this guy. He took shots at Luke right when Luke probably took one of the most worst losses of his of his whole career against Jan Blachowicz. And the way he lost the knockout, the injury to the jaw, and he basically stepped on that man's grave. So, I called up one of my homies, Glover Teixeira, right? I told him, hey, there's a schmuck that keeps running his mouth from Nebraska. I need you to take all his teeth away. And you know what my boy Glover did to that man? You saw what he did to that man? After that, Smith got no respect. He gets no respect.
I was pleasantly surprised that Glover beat him as well. And I gave him... Yeah.
I was the happiest man on the planet.
You know what, though?
When that happened.
I do think... Because obviously, like, when he went on that rant after he won the fight, and they just say he beats up old guys and stuff. Like, they put Glover in front of him and all these things. Like, there's not a lot he could do in it. Do you know what I mean? In terms of, because he beat Gustafsson as well. Like, he clearly wasn't good enough for the belt, but he was too good enough for the top 10. Do you get what I mean? He was in a weird point in that division at that time, and then he lost the Glover fight, and then he lost the Rakic fight. I think the Rakic fight again. I can't see him winning that, if I'm honest. I would love to see that as a 5-rounder though. Like,
yeah, so Rakic can get some work, get some extra rounds. Work with the. It's almost like it'd be like a.
Yeah, but obviously, I don't understand why UFC don't even use this. Like, where you've got this guy Rakic. He's obviously won a couple fights now. He's got a streak together.
Yeah,
this guy potentially could be fighting for a belt down the line. How the fuck is he not getting a 5-rounder when Jairzinho Rozenstruik's getting back-to-back main fight night main events? Do you see? Please tell me, back me on this. Where does the logic come in? Who deserves a fight night card more? Like,
I don't get it. I don't get how it works. I think it might be time. I think it might be that situation, like who's more available. But like the fact that Miesha Tate and Kaylin Vieira got rebooked for another main event, it breaks my heart. Like, I'm literally heartbroken. I'm like, why are they doing this? Because when Miesha got COVID, I was like, thank God we don't got to see that idiot fight in a main event.
Like, we've heard about COVID fucking people up, and they still want to put her in a 5-rounder. Like, just give her a 3-round fight. Put her on another fucking pay-per-view so that people want to tune in and buy it. That kind of shit.
Look at who's on that card. Like I want to see if it's nobody, then I can get it. I can give her like a fucking pass. But
you're gonna make me search this up now. Fucking now.
Let me look for this Miesha Tate. Michael Chiesa versus Sean Brady's on that card. That could have been a main event. Joanne Calderwood. I don't know, but Adrian Inez versus Davey Grant. I don't care. They could have put any of these schmucks on the goddamn main event. I would have been okay with it. Like Augusto Sakai tied to Avasa. Like, it's at least it's a good card. I'll say that. It's a good card.
Oh, that Sakai is a bit dull in that division though. Fucking hell.
I know, but he got it. He got a main event though. I was shocked. He got 2, I think. Against Overeem, and
he
then
got Jairzinho as well, innit?
Yeah, he got 2.
He got knocked out against Jairzinho.
I was so happy when Jairzinho ended that idiot. I hate
that. Who really thought that Sakai was going to beat Jairzinho? Really, like,
me?
Like I said, man, like Rakic is so close to a title fight. Yeah. The fact that he's not really going 5 rounds yet, so that we don't know if he can go 5 rounds is fucking concerning.
I know.
His next fight, because they want to book that fight for December, right? So put him on the December fight night card. I don't know if anybody's on that, but
yeah.
Oh, this is a sweet card. Ooh.
Yeah, Renato Moicano fought like a dummy against Brian Ortega.
Luana Pinheiro.
He controlled the stand-up and winning the fight, but then that dummy took it down and got submitted. Moicano would have won. Yeah, he would have. You're right. I never forget that one. Moicano.
Bro, this card is so good too. This card is sweet, Hefe.
Yeah, which one?
This card is sweet. Tucker's on this one that you just mentioned. Tucker's on this card. Tuivasa and Sakai's on this card.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Terrence McKinney's on this card. Cheyenne Bays is on the card. Grant Yanez, that's a good card. Chiesa Brady.
Oh, wow. You talking about the goat like that?
Calderwood and Grasso. And Tate and Caitlin Vieira, yeah, fucking that's a good card.
But
yeah, that bum's probably gonna be on the early prelims, isn't it? So get the
man.
popcorn out when you're watching him. My boy Steve ain't fighting on no prelims, Hefe. Remember that. Only main events from now on.
Hey,
Can you say the same about your boy Chiesa?
Okay. We co-main event though. We co-main event.
Co-main.
You never know. But yeah, I mean, what were we talking about? We're just talking about like Rakic. I mean, like him. Man, he's such a. I know people don't like him, but in my opinion, he has. First of all, he's well-rounded, and I think he's
well-rounded.
I think he can be a real champ. Legitimately, like I say some crazy things sometimes on my YouTube channel, but I am 100% confident that he wears that belt at least once.
You know what? I think light heavyweight is going to be one of those divisions where it's just the belt's going to change hands frequently in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
I just think there's not one guy that stands out for me in that division, to be honest.
Yeah, I hope they don't give Ferguson another wrestler. Yeah, true. I hope he fights. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. I think if Rakic just gets one opportunity against that dummy samurai, oh my God, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for all these Yuri fans. That is all I need in my life. Is just.
But do you think he fights? Did he fight Smith and Yuri?
I want him to fight Yuri. I don't know why they don't want to book that fight.
In order to get a title shot, though, that's a bit steep.
No, I don't want him to fight Smith at all. He beat that idiot. I don't even know what he's even in the.
He's beaten Smith. Right? He's beaten Smith and Santos. That's two guys in the top 6.
Yeah,
I don't know what more they want.
I just want him fighting Yuri. That's it. I just need that. That's all I need because I know.
But is Yuri the backup to the title fight?
Yeah, sadly, I don't know why they love that dummy.
If Yuri is the backup to the title fight, then I think he just ends up fighting the winner next. I think he's got the next shot. As much as you disagree, like I'm not saying what's right or wrong, but I think he's just going to end up. Yuri's going to fight the winner, and then the next title eliminator comes between Rakic and Smith. I'm guessing. I think the reason they're booking that fight again is because Rakic beat him the first time relatively comfortably, and they just want to give Rakic the next shot after Yuri. But I think the way the timescale lines up, so Jan fights in what? He fights this month, isn't he? Jan Glover.
Yeah.
Is that called this month? So let's say in 4 months, November, December, January, February. Let's say in February, Yuri fights the winner. That's February. Another 4 months on top of that.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
April, May, June, July. We're not going to see Rakic fight for the belt until next July.
Yeah, I know.
And that's if everything plays out.
I mean,
so if he beats Smith in December, he's literally doing fuck all for 7 months.
Yeah.
Why should he? Like realistically, like if he beats Smith again, he's got essentially three wins over the top 6 in the division. The guy in front of him is going to fight for a world belt. The other guy behind him would have lost the title shot. So why is he going to fight a guy coming off a loss?
I know.
So he should just sit and wait for his title shot because he's already beat Santos as well, and Santos is one of the top 5 guys.
Yeah, I mean, not hopefully, but let's say if Glover beats Jan, I think if Glover beats Jan, they both retire. I don't think Glover's going to try to defend that belt. I really do think he's going to retire. And I think if Jan loses, I think he's also going to retire. And I don't think he feels like, I need to do this. You know, he has a kid. He accomplished his goals. He beat that fucking dummy.
Yeah. Let's throw this as a curveball for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Glover was to win and they somehow, because Izzy Rob isn't fully booked, and they fucking brought Izzy back in there because they think he's an easy pickings.
I would be just.
You know the UFC would be licking their lips if they seen Glover because Glover hold the strap. They will be.
I hope Glover doesn't even play none of their dumb games. I hope he said, "I'm good. I'm fine. I have my own house. Retirement sounds good to me. I don't need to play your dumb games." That's what I would hope. But they might throw him a fucking.
Dominic Reyes is another guy we ain't mentioned. But what's Rakic supposed to do? Fight him as well? Fuck off. He's fighting everyone in the division.
I feel like Smith should fight Reyes. That's the fight to book. I feel like that's the fight to make, in my opinion. Not this.
I would have loved to have seen Smith Santos too, but they'd fucking booked Smith. Not Smith, Santos Walker in it, which was a stupid fight to book.
And dude, the rankings disgust me. And I get it. Santos is on like a 3-fight losing skid, and Smith is on a 3-fight winning streak. But to have to have the man that beat you, be above you in the rankings, or I think right. Yeah, yeah, I said that right. So to have that, it's like it's crazy, It's like
I would have loved to have seen them two fight because one, they're upper weight class, and two, I just think they've become different fighters since then.
Yeah,
that's what rematches only interest me for those reasons. Where one, if the match ended in controversial fashion, or two, they've just changed so much since then. Yeah. I think that's why Conor Dustin 2 interested me.
Yeah, it was a great fight. It was crazy. Yeah. The second one was. It was like I give it a lot of credit. It was actually like super competitive. That rematch because Conor was landing shots on him, man, in that first round. He was lighting him up, and then just Dustin, weathered that storm and figured him out.
So I'm having a look at the rankings now. Yeah. So basically, Rakic is number 3. Let's say Glover lost hypothetically. Why would he fight the guy that just lost the title shot and he's coming off a loss? Yuri's next in line, so number 2 is going to be fighting for the belt. Smith he's already beat, which is number 4. And if he beats him again, why would he fight Smith a third time when he's got 2 wins over him? Yeah. He's already beat Thiago Santos, which is number 5. Why is he going to fight number 6, who is Dominic Reyes, when he's got wins over number 4 and 5? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you.
Like if Rakic beats Smith again, like I'll be honest, like people don't like to encourage this shit, but he should just sit out till July and wait for his title shot.
Yeah, he should. I would do the same thing too.
What's left for him in that division? Yeah, fighting Reyes does nothing for him. And to be honest, like I like Reyes, but he don't deserve to be fighting another top 5 guy right now. He should be fighting like Ankalaev or someone. I think Ankalaev's booked, by the way, but he should be fighting the winner of that fight. He should be fighting
Ankalaev is fighting Volkan Ozdemir, right?
Yeah, so. He should be fighting I think he's beat. Reyes is beating Ozdemir, but if Ankalaev beats Ozdemir, then I don't see why he doesn't fight Ankalaev.
That was a bit of a robbery, but with Reyes and with Volkan. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about UFC 266. Where your boy Ortega got taught a valuable lesson about
I love how you say my boy Ortega. He's not my boy.
No, that's your boy.
I picked him to win the fight. He's not my boy though. I've got 2 boys.
You want to know why he's your boy? Because you remember that story you told me about. You were like, oh man, you were trying to introduce one of your friends to MMA. This guy Ortega, man. You remember that?
Shit, yeah. You know what? He's a fucking nub, bro, because he don't just lose fights, Ortega, does he? He gets beat the shit into. Like,
man, I love every second of it too. I love every second of it.
Nah, you definitely don't. You have a story like that where you've tried to introduce one of your boys to MMA, and it just you're like, watch this fight. This fight's gonna be good, and it turned out to be shit.
Yeah, okay. Do you remember Curtis Millender? Do you remember that guy?
I'm trying to jog my memory, but carry on. Yeah, Millender. Yeah,
Millender was this guy. He had knocked out not Thiago Moises. What's that guy? Thiago Alves, right? And Alves was a big welterweight at the time, but he still was like kind of past his prime. But Millender was this guy everyone said was going to be the next John Jones, right? So then I think it was on the Derek Lewis Jr. Dos Santos card, and I told one of my homies, right, because he's kind of like I wouldn't call him a casual, but he only really watches the main events, it doesn't really.
No, I don't blame people like that. Like if you don't recognize the names, you're just gonna watch the guys that bring the exciting fights, are you?
Yeah, I told him, hey, go check this guy Curtis Millender out. He's gonna be fighting this guy Zaleski Dos Santos, and I tell you, it was the most embarrassing thing. Zaleski didn't just beat him; he destroyed him, submitted him so quick in like the first 2 minutes.
Bro, you know how I feel, man. My boy just rolled his eyes at me for like 20 minutes because Ortega just got beat the fuck into from the first second. Fuck's sake. Yeah, do you know what? I was so high on Ortega that people. Do you know how high I was on Ortega? I thought he had the style to beat Khabib.
Well, hey, everyone was. I remember, for a little bit, a lot of people thought he was the GOAT. But
I wouldn't go that far. I just felt like he's got such a good style. He just had to hone in a bit. And as soon as his hands started getting cleaner, and he fucked up Clay Guida with the knee, and then he fucked up Frankie with that uppercut.
Oh, that uppercut, that brings back
and nobody drops Frankie like that. I don't care what anybody says. This is before Frankie started getting KO'd a lot, by the way. Just for the record, before Frankie started letting schmucks KO him and slut him out. Ortega did it first. By the way. But
yeah. eBay, bro, you're wrong about Yuri. I think Yuri KOs Rakic. Rakic is too timid, almost like he's been KO'd in sparring. We'll see who's timid when goddamn Yuri's on the ground looking at the stars. We'll see that. All right, after he gets hit with a head kick.
But do you know what it is though? Why do people have certain energy for these fighters like Rakic and Leon that not necessarily finish fights, but they fight fights in a strategic way. Yeah. But guys like Rob Whittaker, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I can list you, Volkanovski, Max Holloway, they don't finish fights, but they get caught. They get said that they're so good to watch and things like that. Do you know how skillful it is to make someone look stupid for 25 minutes?
Yeah.
And look like they don't belong with you.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand yet. Like, nobody makes Nate. Like, I know Nate Diaz has lost fights, but no one's made Nate Diaz look like that.
Yeah, I know.
Nate Diaz is always the long guy in fights, and yet he couldn't find his range at all. Apart from it took him 24 minutes to find his range in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Leon. Even when Leon took his back. Like, I was like, think about that. Who's done that?
Who the fuck's took his back? And people say, what's the word? It's like, it's BS that people say Leon can grapple. Who the fuck takes Nate's back like that? Exactly. Who takes his back like that? Yeah. Who the fuck controls him on the ground like that? He smashed him over the top with elbows. That's how he got the first cut.
Yeah.
They might give Tony to Gregor Gillespie. I don't think so.
Oh, dude, I want Gregor to fight Arman. That's the fight I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see Gregor and Arman. Based on how they've been booking Gregor Gillespie, they just book him in and around where he is. They're not going to give him like someone who's number 8 or number 6 because he's not. Unfortunately, he doesn't hold Khabib's water bottle, so he's not going to get that fight. Not like Makhachev. Yeah, no, it's true though, isn't it? Like, apart from holding Khabib's water bottle, what's he done to deserve the fights that he gets?
I don't know. You're right. Yeah, it is true. And I think it's also the correlation, like people like. And here's the thing: Islam's been around for a long time, but he's never
people are acting like he just fell off the turnip truck. He's been around. He's fought for this promotion for 6 years now.
Yeah,
and he's only fighting these guys now.
Yeah,
and I'll say to people, all right, cool. You can rate. There's not an issue with you rating this fighter or saying he's going to be the next champ because you believe in him or whatever. But explain to me why this guy's been in the promotion for 5 years, and up until he fought Thiago Moises, who they only made ranked to legitimize that main event.
I know, man. He
hadn't fought anybody. He hadn't fought anybody with a fucking number to his name. And they did the same thing with Drew Dober. They made him ranked, but the only win he had at that point was
Hernandez.
Nasrat and Hernandez. I think they got rid of Hernandez's number.
Yeah, but he beat his number. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he still ranked then?
Yeah. Well, when Hernandez fought Dober, he was still ranked. I think he was right at 15, and then Dober took his.
Was Cowboy not 15?
I think Cowboy was fighting. Didn't he fight at welterweight? Right. And then
but Cowboy's always been ranked at lightweight though. Yeah, I think he was 15.
You might be right about that.
Because I think the last 5 of those was like Ali Quinta, Gregor Gillespie, Cowboy.
Yeah.
CDF and Beneil, I think, was there. Because I think Beneil got up the rankings from he beat CDF. He beat CDF, didn't he?
Yeah.
He beat CDF. He beat Drakkar Klose. He beat someone else, and then he beat Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I might be wrong. Obviously, I'll have a look at his resume now, but
I remember. What's it called? Yeah, I don't know, man. With Islam, I mean, he's not. I don't think he's bad. I just don't.
I've never said he's bad. I just think he's getting more than what he deserves.
Yeah, I've never seen this fan base like come out of nowhere. Like, because I've liked Islam for like a minute, but it's just these new fans that just came out of nowhere after the Dober fight. It was insane. I was like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Future champ, this and that. Where was this?
You know what? Do you know what? Yeah, if Khabib comes out of retirement, these guys are going to be hiding in the woods again, pretending like they were his boys. They're not. Come on, they're not really Islam fans. They're just Khabib fans, and they just diverted their attention. Like,
but let me read some of these comments. I wish they would have Gregor step in against Islam, and then could fight Beneil. Arman called out Ferguson for December, but yeah, if Gregor can humble Arman, that would be sweet. Dagestani privilege. Yeah, that might be that might be real. But
that can't. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's just that though, because I think because Khabib fought what 10 times or whatever before he got his title shot. Like
Yeah.
I don't think the UFC are high on that style, but they've seen the marketing behind it and they've gone, fuck it, we'll do that. I think that's why they like Khamzat so much, because Khamzat doesn't necessarily like sniff crotch, does he? He actually fucking throws hands.
Yeah, well, he tries to finish. You know, he tries.
Yeah,
they
you
like
don't
finishers.
you don't hug legs. Yeah, they like finishers, man. That's why someone like Leon Edwards isn't gonna get a fucking title shot. What baffles me as well that TJ can be a PED cheat.
Yeah.
Come back after 2 years, fight one guy, and then potentially end up fighting for a belt before Leon Edwards, who's got 10 wins in a row.
Yeah, it's. I don't get it, man. It's
what can I do, man? I just want my boy to fight for the belt and prove everybody fucking wrong and bring the belt home.
I some people think I'm crazy. I really do think he can beat Usman, but it doesn't matter because my boy Colby finna take care of business. That's the fight, and I'm telling people, and people think I'm crazy, but I think Colby versus Leon is a way better stylistic matchup than like anything Usman versus. No, I mean in terms of like a more entertaining fight.
It is. I've been saying that for a while. People are like, oh, you just shot on Usman. It's nothing to do with Usman. I think styles make fights, and I think Colby and Leon is an excellent fight.
Yep. And it's like there's like polar opposites of each other, like completely different. Like they would never hang out with each other.
I think what's interesting is so we've seen Colby deal with left-handed strikers and Robbie, but how's he going to deal with someone who can manage the range like Leon can? How's he going to deal with someone where if you try and step in, Leon's going to throw that elbow over the top, or he's going to spin at you and like swing his hips and then start throwing the high kick or whatever. Like Colby's going to shoot.
What's up, Carson? My boy with the Tatum. My boy with the Tatum profile pic. What's up? Yeah, keep going.
No, I think it's a very good fight stylistically, but I'm just like, I understand why Colby didn't take the fight when it was offered to him, because if you've got a title shot waiting for you, why are you going to fight someone else? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the issue. Like, I don't have the issue with people doing that. Like, if Gilbert is promised a title fight, why is he going to fight Leon Burns? That last year, do you remember this? Because Leon was calling him out. The same with Colby Covington. The same with Colby Covington and the same with Jorge Masvidal. My issue is, why is it that now Leon wants to wait for his title shot that he's rightfully earned, and people want to give him shit and say he's ducking and that you're ducking Luque? No. Like he hasn't beat Luque. Are you fucking stupid? Like
no, it's sad.
Like why is it gonna do that? Like
that was an interesting fight. When I rewatched it, like I didn't actually rewatch it, but when I watched it, for the first time, I thought it was gonna be like a banger, but like it was kind of weird. Like he made him kind of look like subpar. I ain't gonna lie. Like
that's how I don't think people understand. That's how good he is.
Yeah,
we were just saying this 5 minutes ago. If you can make a good fighter look crap,
but I didn't think he was gonna make him like that. Like I didn't think he was gonna look like that though. Like I thought it was gonna be like a proper fight. Like I thought it was gonna
say it again, Womb Wrecker. Give Leon the title shot.
Yep.
Come on, Uncle Dana, sort your fucking shit out. Otherwise, my boy Efe is gonna start hitting up Crack Streams MMA. Your ESPN shit.
Yeah,
give Leon the title shot.
Yeah,
and I'll pay for the fucking pay-per-view. No, I'm joking. I'm always paying anyways. BT Sport.
If Leon did get the title, would you pay for that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you I feel like I remember when
because we've got BT anyway. So how it works here, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I don't know if Kendall's educated you on the model here. So we've got BT Sport. So
it's for
so
free,
we pay
right?
we pay £20 a month for like our sports and stuff.
Oh,
and we get the pay-per-views for free, apart from the Conor ones. We pay box office.
Yeah, wow.
So it'll be like £20 most of the time for for a McGregor card or like an Anthony Joshua card or something like that. It'll be like £20. You get it, like the big cards, where we get the other cards for free.
Wow, that is insane. Thoughts on the transgender woman fighter in MMA? Did you hear about this, Hope?
Yeah. How they let this happen? That's disgusting.
I don't get it.
Like,
you remember the first time it happened?
Wait,
with the
she
other girl?
She could seriously kill someone though. All jokes aside, she could seriously kill someone.
I know. I don't get how that's even going. Like I remember Sean Strickland, and I think that guy's a complete idiot. But he said that the most realist thing: you're a coward. You're a fucking coward, and that's what that's what he is. All right, he's a fucking.
Can commission sanction this? How does it work now with the laws?
They probably didn't even like check that's what, they probably didn't even know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, because it's like there's no way she could get away with this.
How does it work with drug testing? Because with the testosterone, like someone's gonna have to forgive my ignorance, but wouldn't the testosterone levels be slightly above?
Yeah, it probably would.
What?
But did he have the surgery though?
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about the story, but I just think in general, I personally think it shouldn't be allowed to have it. Like, you can have transgendered women fight against each other, but
did you see his fight though? Did you see his fight?
No, I ain't seen it.
Dude, it was terrible.
I just heard about it. I just heard about it online.
Bro, the girl got hit, and she looked at the ref like, I don't want to be here no more. Yo, it was crazy. It was insane.
Yeah. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know how they. For me, it's how do they sanction this shit, man? Like these commission, why? Like, they can make bread. There's loads of fighters you can make bread off, but like, it's like, Evander Holyfield. He's what, 58 years old. How does a doctor look at him and say you're clear and medically clear him to fight?
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
That's fucking disgusting, man. This guy has like done so much for the sport of boxing. Like, I'm not a boxing guy, innit, but like, how can you look at a man dead in his eyes and say, you know what, you are right to fight, and medically clear him for what? For the sake of a brown envelope and a few for some dough. Do you get what I mean? It's disgusting. It's unethical. I don't give a fuck. Did
you see Vitor like just going crazy, like he actually did something too? Like, I was like, oh, you got no.
That guy loves the juice, don't he?
Yeah, dude, he loves the juice. He's a scumbag if I've ever seen one. Right. Yeah. I know, like, some people like Vitor. Like, I've noticed, like, some people, like, they make jokes. Oh, TRT Vitor is awesome. I'm like, bro, like, I remember when I was younger, when he fought Rockhold, I was like, Rockhold's gonna smoke. He's gonna smoke this guy.
Yeah. But, do you want to read this comment from Woomrecker? Because this is an interesting topic.
Go for it.
So if Usman beats Covington, then they would have to give Leon the next shot to Leon. It would be a shame if they gave the shot to Burns again. I think that's what would happen if Usman was to win. But I think Burns fucked it, to be honest. Like, the way he fought Wonderboy, like, people were not happy with that. I thought he did what he had to do to get the W personally, but people are never going to be happy with that performance.
I know. I don't know how he did it, but it is what it is. To this day, I was like, man.
Yeah, don't call her a she. That's
my bad, Teron. My bad, Teron. You're right. That's a whole ass dude, man.
Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't know how they sanction this shit. I think if you're gonna have like transgender people fight other transgender people, make a new division or whatever, obviously it's gonna be incredibly niche and the money probably won't be there, but something doesn't sit right with me. And Michael Bisping talked about this as well. And he was just talking about this shit and he was just basically saying the same thing where it's like, basically obviously they've like transitioned and stuff, if that's the correct terminology. They've transitioned and stuff, but you can't change the fact that they're probably going to have slightly above the average and testosterone levels and like someone who was born a female at birth and things like that. And it just gives people mathematical edges and stuff like that. And I genuinely think if you sanction this, we're going to see serious injuries. And you know what? Like, they're not going to care because people love violence and it's the KOs and it brings money and all that shit. And if it makes money, then it makes sense according to like fight fans, isn't it? So,
all right, have you seen this nonsense with Aspen Ladd?
Yeah, they missed weight, didn't they?
Yeah, but she's like acting like she's about to faint. Like, I'm sorry, but like, God, what is wrong with these people? Make weight, man. Like,
I think women. I don't know what the scientific reason is behind it, but I think women find it harder to make weight than the men do.
Yeah, that is true. But dude, like, she's shaking. Like, dude, this is pissing me off, low key. We've been watching that. But let's talk about the GOAT, Volk. How did you feel, Ed, when you saw that boy was smashing him, that idiot's face?
You're acting like Volk didn't get caught, man, in the gilly. Oh. Fucking schmuck. Fucking schmuck. He came this close. He came so close to losing that belt. Bro, he don't win fights comfortably, does he? He gets chinned by Chan. He gets dropped by Chan Mendes. He gets dropped by Max Holloway. He gets nearly choked out by Ortega. I told you, bro. That guy's chinny, bro. He's not durable at all. He's not durable at all.
He ain't losing that belt. I'm telling you that. Yeah.
Yair Max is back on though, isn't it?
And Yair finna give Max that work. Shin to the
Do you
chin.
know what though? I hope you're right because them Yair fans, them Max fans are coming after you hard if you fucking wins.
What's up, Fuego? Oh man, yeah, dude. Even the Islam fans are turning on me because I've been picking Islam for most of his fights, so they never hated me. But after I kind of went off on their boy on the breaking news video, they were like, this one dude is like, you will have crazy humiliation after Islam 100% wins or something like that. I'm like, blood, what is wrong?
100%, yeah. I'm gonna laugh, yeah. When Islam's spitting in the air, yeah, when he eats that fucking knee.
Man, dude,
his chin is gonna be fucking facing the sky when Dan fucking obliterates him.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I wanted TRT City to beat him at first, but Volk 10-8'd Ortega in the press conference calling him out for the G. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Volk.
I love how nobody shouted you out, by the way, because I feel like you're like one of the first guys on the scene that fucking knew about that.
You know what's crazy? I don't know why randomly.
Did anybody else take? You need to tell me. Did anybody else take credit with it and started running that shit on Twitter? Because I feel like you were the first guy that I knew.
I mean, like, it's common knowledge at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's not like something I did super spectacular. But what's crazy is I don't know why I searched it up, but I just searched up because we were just joking around about Brian Ortega because he kind of looked like in better shape for the Korean Zombie fight because he's usually like a flat. I don't want to call him like fat, but he's kind of like a skinny fat guy. Whereas
he is a skinny fat guy. He's never like.
But this fight, I ain't gonna lie. Against for Volk, he looked in crazy shape. He looked in good shape, in the best shape he's ever looked. I even saw like the abs were popping out. But yeah, I mean, I just searched it up and then I was like, oh, this motherfucker popped. I was like, what? Like, yo, and it's like it was common knowledge for like at least 7 years, and no one talked about it. No one brought it up for the Max Holloway fight, for the Frankie fight. I'm like, did this dude get a pass? It's like he almost got a pass for it.
I feel like people didn't know though, innit? Like I didn't know until you told me. I think we spoke offline and you told me.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He's fucking. The thing is, about like roids, like juice and stuff. Like he doesn't look like his physique drastically changed. Like he doesn't look like Francis Ngannou. Did you get it? Like I'm just like, he's the last person you'd suspect.
Yeah, I know. But I think Volk wrestles Giga. Hey, what did you think about Giga's performance against Edson? That was it was amazing, right?
That's what I think. Yeah, it was.
I was like, I picked.
I'm not high on Giga, but he fought well.
I'm not either. Me too. But I picked Giga just because solely based on the fact that Edson deserved ass beating of a lifetime because of what he did to my boy Burgos and Dan Hooker. He needed to pay because
Giga said, he beat Benil, and they're fighting under the same camp, innit? So
I got to get that one back from my brother. That was crazy. Yeah. Makachev is a plumber's son. Got laid out like a carpet.
Yeah. You know what? Joe, I love having that gif of where he got fucking knocked out because they still talk like he's like undefeated, and like people forget he's not undefeated. You know, like he's as closest to being undefeated, but it's just funny.
What's his name? Adriano Martins or something? What's that guy's name? Is that like that?
Bro, I don't know, bro. The guy
apparently that guy's a plumber, right? That's what.
Yeah. Does the guy he fought even have a fucking Wikipedia link and he lost to?
I don't even know.
I ain't saying shit, bro. But yeah, do you know what I wanted to say to you? Yeah, about your take on Yair and Max.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I can't be asked watching Max and Volk for another 25 minutes. I need to see Yair spice up the division a bit.
Well, I don't even think Yair would. You think Yair would get the title shot if he beat Max? I don't know.
I think he would.
It'd be weird. Like
it's a win over Max. Like come on, like it's a win over Max.
They hate that guy though. They like I'm not even gonna lie. The hate for Yair is like it's crazy. Let me read some of these comments, but we'll talk more about it. Edson.
Nah, if they hated him, they would have fed Jeremy Stevens to him.
Yeah, that is true. Burgos fighting Gavin Tucker's son. Magomed Ankalaev or Volkan Ozdemir. Y'all know me. I gotta stick with my boy Volkan Ozdemir. I gotta stick with my boy Volkan. Yeah.
Wait, I think Ankalaev beats him because I think they've seen Volk's chin like go a bit, and they're just gonna try and get Ankalaev to like
I don't know that
jump on that. Do you know what I mean? Because they do that with up and comers, isn't it? And it's a basic like promotion thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at 145 now. If
Yeah.
If they didn't like him, they wouldn't have had him fight Jeremy Stevens and Paddy's record. He won't fight Yair if he beats Max. He won't fight TKZ again because he's already beat him. Keita just got beat the fucking suit. Ortega's lost another title shot, so why is he gonna fight a title eliminator? I think he gets the title shot if he beats Max, especially because Max is ranked number 1.
Yeah, that is true, but I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just weird. Like I just have this feeling like they're not gonna push him. And also, I'm a big Cejudo fan, and I want to see C4, baby. I want to see Cejudo versus Volk. I want to see that.
You know as well as I do, they're not going to be paying the bread for Henry Cejudo to come back. And Henry Cejudo seems to think he's worth like Conor McGregor money, but in reality, like I don't even know, man. He probably get 5 people to come watch his fights. Like he's just like,
wow.
I'm not being rude, but he don't sell pay-per-views like that. Yeah, like he don't sell pay-per-views like that. He don't, man. And people like. He just doesn't. But I think I like Max. I like Yair. I just want to see some new blood in the division. I just want to see, because I feel like I've been seeing the same faces fight at the top of the 145 division.
Yeah.
I just want to see. That's why I want to root for Yair. I know Max fans will hate me.
Yeah.
But I just want something new and something exciting and something fresh. Be honest with me. Are you not going to feel dejected watching another 25 minutes of Max and Volk?
Well, yeah, I would. I ain't gonna lie to you, I would. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, Yair needs to get it done. I think that's what it comes down to. Is like Yair actually needs to win it, and I think Yair
if he fights a smart fight, be a problem though. Yeah,
if he fights a smart fight, and if he, because he's good, he's a good striker. If he can attack those legs and basically kind of strategize, I think honestly, in terms of matchups, it's an easier fight for him to fight Max and Volk, because Volk's gonna wrestle him and smash him. I already know what Volk's gonna do to Yair. Like we saw what Frankie did to him. I don't think even Jeremy Stevens took him down. I remember in the second fight. So it's like, he's gonna.
Yeah, I think
his grappling hasn't improved. His grappling hasn't improved at all. But let me read some of these. I don't hate Max, but I want a fresh matchup. Volk versus Yair. Zabit is coming back. Yo, eBay Almeida got cut. Damn, that's sad. Ortega Cater.
So how could people talk about O'Malley now, especially if they're cutting guys that he's beating?
Yeah, that is kind of sad. I feel bad for Almeida. Used to be good, man. That's sad, bro. I don't know if he used to be good, but I remember there was a lot of hype on him. Like I remember that. Volk beats C3. It's been exactly 2 years since the beat fought, and UFC suspensions are averagely 2 years. And they have
the right to keep suspensions private.
The beat pop for EPO behind doors? ? Ortega would beat Islam. I want to see Zabit come back against an Arnold.
No. Let's keep my UK boys safe. Let's get him an easy fight. Let's have him fight Lord Voldemort on steroids. Let's have him fight Josh Emmett. He ducks the overhand, takes him down, and chokes the schmuck out. Let's not have him fighting fucking Zabit or Yair or Max or Volk. Or
I do want to see that fight. I want to see Josh Emmett come back. I really do. I haven't seen.
Yeah, he's put on some cracking fights as well. Like the Burgos fight is not to be slept on. Like I feel like if Emmett and Burgos were well known, that would have been the case for Fight of the Night last year, Fight of the Year last year. Mm-hmm. If they were well known, that fight definitely should have been up there. But I don't even remember if that fight even got nominated. That was a brilliant fight.
I know, man. I was like, wow. Emmett I give him credit. He's tough, man.
It fucking hits hard though as well. Fuck. Yeah. I think he loads up too much though. I think that's the only thing. If he learned to set things up a bit better, because do you know what? Like,
but everyone gets just touched by it.
He reminds me a bit of Woodley. He reminds me of Woodley in that sense.
Yeah.
I feel like he just needs a few more tricks up his sleeve rather than just load.
Because I feel Woodley in his prime always had his
start deflecting and start parrying and start throwing that jab.
Yeah, Woodley in his prime had his wrestling, and he had a good he had a good leg kick, like a rear leg kick, like he always had a good one. But yeah, Woodley, and he had feints. He had a lot of good feints. But Emmett doesn't have those things in his back pocket. He really has that power.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's just not as well rounded. But yeah, so Allen's number 6, Emmett's number 7.
Yeah, they should really just strip Aljo. I honestly don't believe he's even hurt. Yeah, I feel
Yo,
bad.
that's harsh. That's harsh, man. Especially given this, it's not like he broke his hand or something. Given the fact that it's a neck injury as well, I feel like that's
Oh,
hard.
man. That's a serious.
I'm the only one trying to ride out for my boy Aljo, man. It's sad. I'm the only one. But like, what I don't understand about that situation is that did Aljo have a tough fight last outing? Yes. Does that automatically mean he's like a bum? No, because we look at his body of work in that division, and I think he's done well. But I also think that people are shitting on him for something Peter Yan did. If Peter Yan wasn't dumb yet and fucking need him, we wouldn't be in this situation. Do people not acknowledge that? But no.
That's the crazy part. Is like, and that's my thing about Yan. I just wish he never would have done that. He didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
We wouldn't, like, honestly, like now here's what I think about Aljo. I think he did what he needed to do for his own career because he was getting screwed. A lot of people forget that. If Corey,
you know what? He was not getting that title shot at all, and he was beating everyone in that division.
Yeah,
like the only reason he got that title shot was so he beat Sanhagen, and then Mariah's lost to Font because they wanted Mariah's to beat number 13.
Mariah's lost to what's his face? What's that dude's face? Corey.
Remember? No, he lost to Font afterwards. Oh yeah, Corey was the one who fucked it up. Yeah,
because Mariah
wanted. Yeah. Because they wanted Mariah's back in the title picture. They were quite high on him at the time. Because he had a win over Aljo as well. That was their showcase. But he got finished against Cejudo, and then he started losing these fights, and then the UFC just couldn't back him anymore.
Yep.
They tried so hard to get him a win. They even gave him number 13 and he still lost.
I know it's crazy.
Yan ate the cheater. Yan climbed the cage with his toes in the Corey fight to take his back.
Oh.
God, yeah. Yo, there was a fight.
I never saw that though. Hey, to be honest, people say that, and maybe I got to rewatch the fight, but I never saw Aljo do that. To Aljo's defense, I've never seen it. Maybe I got to rewatch it, but I think I've watched that fight at least a good 2 times. Like I've seen it.
I've only seen that fight twice because
it's not much of a fight.
I watched it live. I watched it live and I watched it the day after. I think that's the same with most of the fights.
Yeah,
because I like to digest things and take things in.
Yeah,
if it's a really good fight or it pops up on my recommended, then I'll watch it. I don't go out my way to search for fights. Unless you say to me, "Yo, you need to watch this. This is mad." I'll be like,
Pseudo just
sent me there.
Yeah, Pseudo just announced that he's injured. So meanwhile, I will step in for him and fight Bulk for beating Ortega. Good luck with that, Angelo. But who do y'all think are the top 3 glass cannons in the UFC? You gotta go with Johnny Walker, right? That's one.
Johnny Walker's number 1.
Chandler,
not number 1, but he's the first. Nah, Chandler's harsh. I don't think he's chinny.
No, I don't. Yeah, you're right.
I just think he's been hit by guys. That was a perfect left hook. Like I think glass cannons.
Yeah,
it's harsh, man. Fuck.
Cody
Garbrandt's in that category, isn't he?
Oh well, Cody. I don't even think Cody has that bad of.
I don't think his chin's bad. I think his defense is shit though.
Yeah,
I think that's 2 different things.
Yeah,
glass chin. Corey Anderson's not explosive though, is he?
Yeah, he's not either. He doesn't knock people out at all.
Yeah,
he's just chinny. Let me look at the rankings. Maybe we can find somebody.
I'm gonna say I think Justin Gaethje's up there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
anybody with decent hands has fucked him up.
You know what? And I love. Hey, y'all know me. Blonde Brunson's the GOAT, right? But Blonde, hey, Derek, he got power, and you touch him, he's damn near doing the stanky leg. Like at least his last 2 fights, he's been like wobbled. At least, like what I'm saying? Like Zabit versus Korean Zombie. Dude, that's a tough one. That is.
You know what I was gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna say Chiesa, but you gotta have power in your hands to throw.
Oh wow! Hey, he's never been knocked
out. You know that guy got them pillow hands on it.
He never. No one's ever tested the iron chin of Chiesa. You don't iron play chin. With my boy. Yep.
Who else is a glass cannon? Glass cannon is such a specific term as well.
Yeah.
Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns. That's the one.
Yeah, that is the one. That is the one.
The fucking ugly tree stump, as Leon called him. Did you see him on the MMA hour on Ariel? He called him a tree stump.
No, I did not watch it yet. I gotta check that out.
I'll send you the link when I get a chance. Remind me off the stream, yeah. Go, because I've sent you the 135 thing. Go, yo, send me the Leon link. I'll hook you up. Because you need to remind me because I'll forget about these things.
Okay. Merab seems like a nice guy, but he got lucky they didn't stop the fight. Peter Yan sons Merab. Hey, that's yeah. I mean, dude.
Yeah, I said that as well. I quite like Merab, but like in different fights, I've seen you can argue that fight could be stopped. That's what I've said.
Johnny Walker, Moraes and Cody, Angelo Kaz is right. Aljo's a
Fuck
bigger
me.
Peter.
So Marlon Moraes, Gilbert Burns, and Johnny Walker, the 3 Brazilians. Yo, Brazil, man. Brazil once upon a time, used to have like in every division, they just fucking run shit, and now it's just like they're just getting their asses like handed to them. Really, they're all getting chinned, man. Yeah. How can the 3 biggest glass cannons in the promotion all be Brazilian?
I know you could even say, like, I see some people saying that about Edson. Like Edson doesn't have a good. I don't think Edson has that bad of a chin though. He's only.
I don't think he has a bad chin. He takes punishment in fights. Like people can't understand. People can't say that. Like I think the Justin Gaethje fight was the one where he only really ate that. He didn't eat that much and he got knocked out, kind of thing. But I think the Giga fight he got fucked up for 3 rounds. I think the Khabib fight he got fucked up. I think in a lot of these fights he's been it's not like, oh my goodness, he dropped by 1 punch. He's been getting fucked up in fights when he loses. Mm-hmm. So it's not like, oh my goodness, this 1 punch took him to the cleaners kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, man.
You know what I mean?
It's wild. But
Chiesa or Hooker, if you had to pick one.
I plead the 5th. I plead the 5th on that one.
Yo, is there any UFC fighters that fight from your state?
Who?
No, is there any? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's from California. There's a lot of California. Cody Garbrandt. Obviously Islam's not from Cali, but he fights at San Jose.
At AKA,
yeah.
I always wondered. So you're gonna have to educate me on this. You know, in the US, are you guys like territorial about your states? Like, would you back a fighter if he's from your state, kind of thing? Because I know in the UK, right? Like Liverpool, I've been fully behind like Paddy Pimblett and Darren Till and things like that. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
For whatever reason, I love Leon Edwards, but he's not been getting that same love for Birmingham.
Yeah. I know it's kind of. Some people tell me it's like Birmingham is like a different place, right? Like I've heard
it is. Yeah, it is a different place, but it's just like. I think even with London, for instance, like he went to London to fight Gunnar Nelson and he got booed, and I was just like, I was watching that card, I was watching that card at the time, and I think, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why are they booing him? Yeah. And it's just like, I don't understand. You know what? He like, unfortunately, for whatever reason, he hasn't fucking quite. It's sad because sad because you don't. It's sad because you don't really. It's very rare that this happens, but. When your own countrymen don't back you, it's fucking it's concerning. But I think once he wins the belt, people are gonna start acknowledging him and pretending that they like him. They like him. Do you know what I mean? Like, which is gonna be annoying. But like, what can you do? Like I've said to you before, right? I've said to you before. Yeah, but you don't want people to do that, innit? It's like in life. Like, do you want your girl to be with you because you've got money, but when the money goes, she's gonna fuck off? Do you know what I mean?
That is true.
You don't. That hole's only there for the money, innit? You want them there you want them there with you when you were going through the tough times. Like shit like that. But,
bad advice. How long has Peter Yan been fighting? He can't get disqualified and play me speak no English card. Oh, I do believe he's in a rematch.
Do you know what happened in that fight though? His corner was saying "niet," which means no in Russian, and he still fucking threw the knee.
Yeah, I think he just hated Aljo. I think he just wanted to
kill him. I think he got frustrated with the fight though. Yeah. He got frustrated with the fight. Because I think Aljo played it smart as well, because when he went to the ground, he always had one knee on the mat so that the fight would be so that whatever Yan threw would be illegal.
Yeah.
I think John Jones uses that. John Jones uses that a lot.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just felt like come on, that was clear to see, bro. Like he's getting off lightly for that, in my opinion. By the way, like I've been saying this for a while. Like,
well, it's because
if your corner is shouting "niet," which is no in Russian to my knowledge, and you still throw the fucking knee, and I'm pretty sure that was in the apex as well.
Yeah.
Then you can't really say Aljo this, Aljo that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
If
about
if I'm in your corner, right, and you're getting buried by no, you're not gonna get my boy FA got this. Even though he fights at 135, I'm pretty sure he can handle himself.
Yeah.
If you're fighting someone, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a situation where the guy's on the ground, and I said to you, no, don't throw the knee, and you still throw the fucking knee.
Yeah, that is dumb.
Are you?
It has to be based on emotion, right? Like I think he just.
I think here, like whether you're in the chat or whether it's me or Hefe, I think you've been in fights before where the adrenaline just takes over. It's not like I literally think it's just an adrenaline thing. I don't think it's an emotion thing because I think when you fight, you can't fight on emotions, otherwise you're gonna get gas out.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, let me read some of these. Blonde Brunson versus Chiesa. Who you picking eBay? Well, those two great warriors, but it would obviously be a draw. They would cancel.
I love how you say great warriors, yeah, but they've got like 50 fights between them and then 5 KOs.
Chandler or Burns, both kind of same, except Chandler is more physically imposing.
Yo, that's like Stanford MMA, bro. Fucking glass cannons.
Yeah, oh man, what you think of Misha Serkinov going to middleweight? Hopefully he does.
Can he fucking make middleweight now?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, right. He's jacked. I want to see the weigh-ins on the low just to see what he looks like. Probably like
he's gonna look sucked, isn't he? Though he's cutting an extra 20 pounds.
eBay,
that's one of the biggest weight disparities, isn't it? Like middleweight to light heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean eBay's from California, so Faber, Cody, TJ, I think Tony Reyes, Ortega, Cejudo, Benil, and Vittori trained in Cali. That's true. Giga probably. Oh, did I ever tell you about Giga hitting me up on IG?
Wait, what?
Yeah, so Giga, he was on my IG comments, right? I made a video. I think it was like my, let me look at
you got to send me this. I'm going to have a look at this on Instagram in my spare time.
I'll show you. I'll screenshot it. Like, hold up.
Oh, my boy's making moves. Oh, well done.
Yeah, I never told you this. That's why I almost got motivated to pick him over Edson. But I
is that how this is gonna work? Yeah.
Yeah.
When Stipe hits you up in DMs, why are you fucking burying me? You
why are you talking that shit? Huh?
you're gonna be like, Stipe's winning the bout back. Fuck off, Francis.
It was my top 5 breakout fighters of mid 2021, and I gave this motherfucker number 1, right? I gave Giga number 1.
Yeah. And do you know what? He's my top 10 for breakout fighters, though.
Yeah. So but I said something to Giga saying like, I don't really like Giga's fans, and I don't really like this dude Giga a lot. And I think I guess saw the video. And he was like, "Oh, why don't you like me? What's your problem?" I saw the YouTube video. I was like, "What the fuck?" I never responded to. I never responded.
Fucking
I didn't even know what to say. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yo."
I remember. I think I've told this story a million times now. I'm probably gonna rinse this. Do you remember that Hill guy?
Who?
That Hill at light heavyweight.
Hill.
What's it called? Jamal Hill.
Oh yeah.
The guy who got his arm by Paul Craig before that fight.
Yeah.
I think I sent you something, and I was like, "Yo." I didn't at him, and he just commented saying we don't know fuck all about fighting. Like, I'm a fan. I'm allowed to express my opinion, that wasn't even the issue, right?
Yeah.
But all I said was, fighters waste their call-outs, because Giga called out Holloway after beating Cub Swanson, I think it was at the time, and I said that's a stupid call-out. Which one wasn't even directed at him, so I didn't insult him at all. Yeah. And then he was saying something, and then he was like, he wanted to fight Yuri, even though he hadn't beat any. He was ranked 15th, but he hadn't beat anybody of note.
Yeah.
And then he was saying shit, and I was like, I'm not going to respond to this because I'm not that sort of person. Like, I don't have anything personal against people. Do you know what I mean? And then he broke his arm in it. Like, I could have been like toxic and like tweeted him back, but I'm like, no, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that. I'm not actually, even after this street, we did the fight talk afterwards, and I said, you know what? The guy had his arm dislocated in 2 places, and the guy still tried to fight. Fair play to him. He's a fucking warrior. I gave him nothing but respect for all this. Because that's what I believe the sport should be about. It should be about respect and stuff. Like, obviously, me and you have banter and stuff, but like, I don't trash you or trash any other like MMA Twitter guy or whatever. Like, I fucking I'll have my opinion, you'll have your opinion, someone else will have their opinion. We're all allowed to have our opinions, and we're all allowed to discuss the sport that we all love, innit? Like,
exactly.
And we don't make it any more. We don't like take it any more personal than that, innit? Like, We all love watching mixed martial arts. Do you get it?
Yeah,
and it shouldn't go any further than that. And I was like, that's why I didn't tweet him or anything like that. And I'm just like, bro, why would I tweet him? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for me to tweet him because I respect the fuck out of him. I respect anybody who gets in the octagon, regardless of how much shit I give them. I respect the fuck out of anybody who gets in the octagon. Like, I might joke and stuff, but I respect everybody who gets in the cage. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Is it the same for you? You respect anybody who gets in the cage?
Yeah, I do. Well, I don't know if I respect Anthony Smith, but most of them I do. Most of them but yeah, with all due respect, you know what's crazy? You know, Rafion Stotts came after me too. All right, with oh my god, what the hell?
Oh fuck it up! What did you say to him?
Oh no! I made a video. I didn't even say nothing bad about him, but I guess the thumbnail is what pissed him off because I made a breakdown video. But sometimes when there's such a fight where I feel like I'm leaning towards the other way, I'll just put what's his name, the guy who I think is gonna win on the thumbnail. No, not even the opponent sometimes. And I put like a picture of Magomed with a crown on his head, like a king, right? Yeah. And, but in the video, I gave Stotts. I said he has a real chance of winning this fight, but he was like, he gave me the emoji like. Be quiet or something, or like like
the shush emoji,
yeah. So he gave me that one, and I was like, all right, dude, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I think obviously like fighters, they're emotional beings, and like we all are. I just think they just take things to heart sometimes. But I think like,
do you see this?
I don't sit here and go, I wish this guy gets KO'd, or like I try not to, anyways, unless it's like fucking like Gilbert fucking Burns needs to get wrecked by Leon. But like. I don't like the Hill fight, like even before it happened, because me and you were discussing the context, and you were saying, because you educated me on this and said, you know what, this guy's been getting racial abuse on Twitter, and he's been like saying everybody's like a Paul Craig fan because those are the guys abusing him and stuff like that. But I've never sent him anything racist. I didn't even at him. I was just discussing a thread with one of the guys on MMA Twitter, saying that people waste their call outs and that people should like use their 15 minutes of fame essentially after they win a fight to use the momentum and call someone out that's suitable and build the platform off that of someone else's name, which is what I said. And he's like, well, I deserve to fight number 2. And I'm like, I'm thinking based on fucking what? You rank number 15?
He beat OSP. That's it. I think that's his best win. Is OSP. Yeah. Like, come on. Bro.
I didn't even say anything. I respect. Like I said, I respect the fuck out of him because obviously, like that arm was not in a good place, was it? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
When you saw the Paul Craig fight, right? That arm was not in a good place, and he still tried to fight with the fucking thing.
Yeah, respect to him though.
I respect the fuck out of him.
Hey, listen to this. Okay, I want to say this right now. James Krause has lost his right to be in any discussion of Coach of the Year if this is true. Did you know that Krause cheated on his wife with Megan Anderson?
I don't know. Is his wife? What does his wife look like?
Probably some type of troll if he's messing with Megan. The hell's wrong with
on, man. Megan's got enough heat, but we don't need to say that. Man.
All right, whatever. But like, come on, blood. Like, what's going on here? Like, what is?
Yeah, but why is it though? I think we've discussed this before. Why does MMA Twitter get so obsessed about female fighters' looks and stuff? I'm not like gay or anything, but like, I don't understand. Like, she got a lot of shit, especially after the Casey Kenny thing.
She's not even that good. Like, I'm just being honest, dude. I don't know if Jimmy Crute was joking around, but when I seen him on IG. Giving this girl like heart eye emojis, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like,
his wife has got, his missus has got basically blonde, big tits. I think she's your type, FA.
I don't get what's going on with Crute.
Yeah, it looks like one of them Cali spring break girls. That way.
Man. Anthony Smith and Brunson are the same. Wow. Kaz got a death wish.
You know what? When spring break comes around 2022, I want an invite Hefe on your jet.
Yes, sir. I got you. I got you.
We need to lay down the smackdown over there. Laughed at Stutz on Twitter and saying he got KO'd by Pillow Hands Merab.
Yeah.
Wait, Stutz has got a loss against Merab.
Yeah, he got knocked out by spinning like a spinning back fist.
Merab doesn't KO anybody though. How is this even possible?
Hey man, it happens. Stotzy, he did that fight. And I think that's probably what pissed him off because I brought that up in the video. It's like, bro, this guy got knocked out by
it's not like you fabricated it though. He lost the fight, which happens, right?
Let me see if I can find the clip. I'll send it to you.
Fucking hell, man! Like you don't get paid to do this shit. You talk about MMA and you've got your platform on your channel.
Yeah.
You love talking about the sport.
Exactly.
And these men are taking shit so personal. Fucking hell.
Versus
bloody heck, man. I'll tell you, FA, yeah, pretty soon you need to beef up and go up. Like, you need to start eating that Popeyes again and start going up to 200 pounds. These guys are gonna want to fight you, you know.
Oh man, imagine.
I can imagine you walking through Cali, yeah, and fucking Islam Makhachev stops me and goes, "You think Dan will beat me, brother?" And put his hands around your fucking neck.
Yeah. Oh, I got the clip. All right, I'm about to send it to you. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna send it to you in your, the DMs. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll play it afterwards because obviously we're in the middle of this, isn't it? So I don't want to fuck anything up.
Yeah, I feel you. But Mason Jones would destroy Ferguson. Oh damn, you gonna get Tehran mad. Jan laughed at stats on
Mason Jones is the 55, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I like him. He's a little like you know, I don't know if he knows how to spell defense, but he's gonna have to learn how to do that eventually in his career. He takes a lot of damage. You know?
I think. Do you know what though? Do you think? Do you think it's literally just a fighter thing, or is it just like? Do you know when I watch Contender Series? I think, you know what, these guys would get fucked up by the better opposition. But
man, did you see last week or this Tuesdays? The Contender Series.
Working, I know.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Yeah. How it works is that basically Contender Series comes on around 2 a.m. at my time. And by the time it finishes, it's 4, and then I've got to get up at 8 o'clock to go to work. So I've not really been catching it recently, but I really want to though. I really want to watch it on because. There's a couple guys that I think that I got my eye on that I want to scout basically, so I want to get my eye on that, watch them a bit. But I feel like they drop their hands, they take shots because they're all looking for finishes, isn't it? And they're all like putting themselves in the fire to try and get that contract, isn't it?
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm so worried that with the cuts that Dana's been making, I'm so worried that he's oversaturating the roster with these Contender Series bums,
man.
Just because he wants to start paying dudes 10 and 10 instead of paying guys 100k to show and 100k to win.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I literally think they're doing it because they're cutting expensives. I literally can't think of any other reason.
You're right. Kraus messing with the 3 a.m.
And none of these guys.
Who is Mason Jones? Crute was
skipping. What is happening to Megan Anderson now that we've mentioned her?
I don't know. I think she's fighting in Bellator, or am I tripping? I don't know.
Has she been cut though? Because I'm not seeing any announcement.
Oh yeah, she did get cut from the UFC. That is true. Yeah, that did happen. Tony destroys Mason. I don't know about that. Angelo Cass. Elbow buffet. Maybe, I don't know, man.
They would never make
the fight. Did you see Mason Jones fight Mike Davis?
I think so. I've seen a couple of his fights. He's lost a few though, hasn't he?
Yeah, you should watch. That was a crazy fight. That was probably one like that. You could. I think it's on MMA Court. That was bonkers. That was one of my fight of the years right there. It's. I don't know why everyone keeps saying Ortega versus Volk was a fight of the year contender.
I think
it was a performance by Volk.
You know what? Thank you. My boy talks sense. Yeah. For me, fight of the year. For me, a fight of the year contender has to be fucking competitive. Exactly. What was competitive about that fight?
Yeah.
Like you.
I guess.
You can argue you get subbed. How can you possibly say that?
Yeah, I feel you. It's just it doesn't. I don't get it.
Then what the fuck? Affiliation, Glory MMA and Fitness does account.
Yeah, they just love that idiot.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Like,
yeah,
the women's divisions are a mess because. So I'm just looking at Megan Anderson's topology now. So she's KO'd Norma Dumont, who's about to fight Holly Holm, because they're that desperate for fucking contenders. If Dumont beats Holm, she gets to fight Nunes at 45, but she's just lost to the girl that Nunes last beat.
Yeah, I know it's wild.
You get what I mean?
We gotta watch. Oh yeah, 2 female main events 2 weeks. I know, man. They're really trying to kill us. At least the Mackenzie Dern Marina Rodriguez fight is actually like somewhat interesting.
That's a great. I think that's a great fight. That's a good fight. I think. Do you know what? I think Rodriguez. If Rodriguez keeps that on the feet, she's gonna beat the fuck into her.
Yeah, I think I got
sure.
Rodriguez winning that. I'm done with goddamn.
I think I'm quite high on Mackenzie Dern, but I just think there's Marina's pace and pressure. I just think she beats the fuck out of her for five. It's 5 rounds, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah. So okay. All right. Let me read this out. Here's the people that just got cut: Thomas Almeida, Sarah Alper, Mike Rodriguez, Antonio Arroyo. That's the guy that just got knocked out by Buckley. All just got released. That is crazy. Not bad though. I agree. They're
doing that, and then they're gonna sign these contender bums that get paid 5 and 5, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Look at this. 3 submission attempts make a 4-round beating competitive. Yeah, he's right.
That literally wasn't a competitive fight. I don't understand what people are talking about. Like people saw 2 guys bloodied up and said, "What a war! What a fight!" I was like, bro, do people know what the meaning of a fucking war is?
Yeah, I don't think so. They don't. I don't think they don't.
That was not a good fight. It just wasn't. It just wasn't a good fight.
Yeah. Man, yeah, and then yeah, I mean, what else happened that we could talk about? I'm trying to think. Let me look at what happened. But I mean,
I think what's the deal with Charles and Dustin?
I don't know. Yeah, they haven't announced.
I feel like
it
they would book that.
Weird.
Have they made progress on that?
Yeah,
because they announced Chandler. Wait, is Chandler fighting in New York then? Because he said he wouldn't get the vaccine.
No, he's gonna fight Justin Gaethje. They're gonna fight. That's gonna be a bang. We should talk about that whole card. Like that card is fucking bonkers, bro.
Yeah. You know what? Pull up the card, FA. We'll talk about it. But I know the thing is, you're gonna do your breakdown anyways, because I kind of don't want to waste your video.
Well, I don't want to I'm not gonna fucking do predictions, but we can talk about how great it is, though.
Yeah, let's just talk about.
Oh, did you? Oh, yo, the poster just came out. Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the poster just came out. The poster's all right though. It's okay.
I'm losing track of how many fucking cards there are. What is it? UFC 269.
268.
268.
Yeah.
I'm losing fucking track now of how many.
Dude, man.
Fucking. You know what? Now that you've reminded me about Douglas the Bum Lima. I gotta see Venom Page fucking wreck him now.
Are they fighting right now? Or I think the card's still. I think it's going.
I think they'll fight,
but I don't think they're.
I think the card would be on like 2.
Yeah, let me look.
Nah, that main card won't happen until 10 o'clock for us. It's not an issue because it's only half 8 here.
Okay, but yeah, this.
Yeah. Usman Covington to Namajunas Zhang to Gaethje Chandler.
Dude, Sean Strickland versus.
How's Weili Zhang got to fight again? Weili Zhang's another fighter who gets to fight for a title before fucking Leon Edwards.
I know. It's insane, man. Dude.
Do you know what? So I need to get your thoughts on this, right? So for me, right, you know when fighters like who have lost the belt get the fight for the belt back. For me, like if you've been fucked up in the first round, you don't deserve to get your belt back like that.
Yeah, I know, man. It's nuts.
Especially because she's only got 1 title defense to her name, and that was.
Bro, she didn't even deserve the title fight to begin with Jessica Andrade.
Yeah.
Like she beat Tisha Torres and got a title. Like how in the fuck does that even work? You know, like she didn't even deserve that.
There's not that many girls at 115 in it. So now there is, but at the time there wasn't that many. So if you beat for instance, if you beat the people who have been there since day dot or whatever, then you'll get a title shot.
Yeah,
that's how it kind of fucking works, isn't it? But like fucking Carla Esparza, I know people don't like her style, but if we were talking it based on merit, she deserved the fight.
Dude, was she hit to that one girl? She finished one girl, her last opponent, the Yan.
Based on that logic alone, Leon's never gonna get a belt.
Yeah, sadly.
Mel 6 on this. Okay, so Mel 6 on this card.
Yeah, Cruz.
Gian Villante's on this card.
Wait,
Ian
what?
Gary.
Is he? Is? Gian Villante's on this card?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Chris Barnett.
Chris Barnett, yeah.
Oh.
So Ian Gary is on this card. Yeah, boy. My UK boy's gonna smoke your US guy. Just
hey, we don't claim Jordan Williams, all right?
All right, yeah. You don't claim him now. Is that how this works? So Edmund Shabazian is fighting. Fuck.
He's fighting Nasruddin Amaev.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a banger right there. My boy Frankie coming back, fighting Marlon Vera.
Yeah, Billy Collar and Tyrell Burgos, that's a fucking good fight.
Yeah.
I like Quinton Bobby Green, that's a fucking bum fight right there.
Wow, no respect.
That's got decision written all over it though.
Yeah.
Because they're just both of them are durable punch bags. You can't even deny that. Oh my goodness, Alex Pereira's making his debut.
Yeah.
Woo!
Aldo would sub Font. Marias will be able to take was able to take down Font. Bellator today, yes. The card is right now. Lemos future champ should have been Rose versus Carla too.
Carla's got a win over her as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Moreno versus and Moreno versus you're right. Pantoja. No one's talking about the fact that Gaethje seems like he's treating his career like Till. People are acting like we're going to see the best version of Gaethje for sure after his layoff. Yeah, he's finna get smoked. I got Chandler winning that.
I don't even. I think. Do you know what? I think because fighting's not just a physical game; it's a mental game. I think mentally he got fucked with after he lost to Khabib in that fashion.
Hey Ed, keep talking. I'm gonna have to like refresh the page, but keep talking.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I just think that what happened with the Khabib fight as well. I just think he didn't just lose that fight physically. I think mentally he just wasn't the same. I think he just needed some time to recover and just adjust and things like that. I think the fights didn't make sense for him at the time either. I think
your boy
because Chandler first came to the UFC and nobody really wanted to fight him. Dan Hooker was too low for him to fight. I think Dustin was fighting McGregor. Charles, nobody wanted that. Charles Smoke and Tony he'd already fought Tony, so it just didn't make sense for him. Like I know he's been ducking those fights, and people were annoyed, but it just didn't make sense for him to fight any of those guys. Did you get any of that, Hefe?
Yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't hear. I had to refresh the page because the comments were loading.
No, so I'll recap on it. So I said mentally it fucked with him that he lost the Khabib fight, and when he wanted to fight, none of the fights made sense for him because Dustin Conor 2 was booked at the time. Chandler had just come to the promotion, and Justin had nothing to gain from taking that fight.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted the Oliveira smoke. He'd already beat Tony, so none of those guys made sense for him to fight. They were either booked or made no sense for him to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, Bobby Green, like I know people don't like this, but Bobby Green and Quinta is just going to be them. Their head snapping back like 15 minutes. Oh, the Osborne's on his card. Yo, why does Chito Vera get to fight Frankie Edgar?
I don't know.
Offbeat in David. Like David Grant's good, but
hey, that David Grant fight was great too.
I would have looked. Be honest, you're an OG. Wouldn't you have loved to have seen Frankie versus Dom?
I do. I really. That would have been crazy, but I guess they don't want to book that fight because I think Dom still thinks he's a contender. So, and I think Frankie knows it's like.
But Frankie's got a good number next to his name, though. He's above Dom, isn't he?
Yeah, he is above. No, but yeah, Dom said some weird stuff. He says I'm above Frankie in this division. I'm a future champ. I don't need to. He said I don't need to waste my time there with Frankie. If Frankie wants to fight me, then yeah, but I don't need to waste my time if he doesn't want to fight. That's what he said. And I like Dom. Dom's my boy.
I like Marlon, innit? But like he's got a like fan favorite star, but I just don't think he's anywhere. He doesn't cut the mustard. Like
man, I think Frankie's gonna humble him. I really do. Like no disrespect to Cheeto. I like Cheeto, but Cheeto's gonna learn a valuable lesson about wrestling. I'll tell you that. Watch, y'all heard it here. Y'all saw how the way Aldo took that man's back and was able to just sit there for a whole round. Like you think Frankie's not gonna do that? Okay, whatever. I got Bobby Green beating.
You know what? Unless Frankie's chin has just fucking gone to smithereens.
Yeah.
I don't see how he loses that.
Yeah, he's gonna win that.
Because David Grant ate some big shots and like people refuse to acknowledge this because obviously of how the O'Malley fight went out, but he landed some good shots in that fight, and I think people are not noticing how good his hands have been looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, Strickland versus Rockhold, that's a fucking excellent
dude. I cannot wait, and they've been talking so much trash to each other. Like, dude, have you seen it? Like the way they've been going back and forth.
I've seen it, but Strickland's just a weirdo, though, isn't it?
What is wrong with that man? Like, honestly.
Do you know what? Every time I go on Twitter, I just see like a weird quote, and it'll be like Sean Strickland's name attached to it. I think, for fuck's sake, man, I need to mute that guy's name on Twitter so that it never pops up on my timeline anymore.
Yeah, like
for real.
But dude, I remember when he said I wanted to kill a guy or something like that in the octagon. It was like, wouldn't that be cool, y'all?
Yeah, but Rockhold's another one. Like me and you sit in the same. He sits in that category where I don't know which version of Luke Rockhold's going to turn up.
I pray to God the guy that fought Chris Weidman just shows up and teaches that idiot a lesson.
A good one,
dude, Sean Strickland compared to Luke Rockhold is a goddamn dope fiend crackhead, and that is a fact. All right. And I don't care what nobody says. Yep. And that is a fact. Rocco should beat him, but I don't know if Rocco is going to show up like he should. But
is there a specific reason why they've made Zhang Weili fight for the belt again?
Dude, man, it's one of these things.
I know they're quite high on there from a marketing stance, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's money.
If she gets back-to-back losses though, that's her like star power gun though.
Yeah, I think they think she can beat
basically.
Rose.
Yeah.
Also another thing, pseudo training with Figueiredo thoughts. Oh, that's interesting. Aldo is gonna sub font. How laughable when Aldo never submitted it.
So who does training with Figgy? Didn't he talk shit to him?
I guess so. Cheeto boxing Dookie. Frankie finna piece him up. Font got subbed by Munoz. I think Aldo's BJJ is almost as good. I hope they have the 268 press conference with Usman, Covington, Gaethje, Chandler, and Strickland.
Yeah, I hope they have. I hope, yeah, but they're gonna have Rose and Zhang Weili on there, isn't it? So yeah. I think Strickland Rockhold's not gonna be up there.
Nah, they're probably gonna have at least the whole main card, because like the main card, it got Frankie, right, Cheeto, I think, and then Rocco, Strickland.
Yeah, but Frankie and Cheeto don't talk shit to each other. I can't see why they'd be on the press.
Yeah, but they're legends. Well, you remember UFC 266? Or no, not 265, when they had Lewis, Gane, and then Chiesa and Vicente, and then Aldo Munoz, and I think Angela Hill and Tisha Torres. You remember that?
I mean, Chiesa at a fucking press conference is about as useful as a dildo in a fucking nunnery, isn't he?
Well, hey man, he stole the show, in my opinion. You know.
Of course he did. He shocked the fucking world. He got choked again.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got jokes.
You know what? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Chiesa's got an Italian surname like me. I gotta stop smoking a minute, because you know what? We're from the same, like we're in the same brotherhood, basically. Yeah. We're from the same parts of the world. Yeah. I gotta stop talking shit about Chiesa. Yeah, Stipe's from the Balkans like me, so you can't fuck with Stipe.
Oh man.
Yeah. Do you know what? I got asked one time, yeah. I got asked one time. I don't know if it was you who asked me. Gun to your head, who you backing, Leon or Stipe? I'm like, fuck, you can't make me answer that, man. Fuck.
No, yeah, exactly. People be playing that game with me. Yeah. But
I don't want to answer that, bro. You got to shoot man in the head. I love those guys. I love those guys. Yeah, the UFC trying to get the Chinese market. I understand that, but if they want the Chinese market, then why are they gonna get Li Jinliang fight Khamzat Chimaev?
Yeah.
Did you see where I'm coming from? Yeah.
I don't think they like Lee. I don't think they believe in him. After that, you remember his fight with Magny? I think they lost respect for him. So they kind of gave Ponzi.
Do you think they're pissed off he beat Ponzi though? Because Ponzi.
Yeah, I didn't think they want to punish him. Yeah, I do. Yeah. You're right. That's my total. I think they want to, but you never know. Khamzat could fluke lose this, because he's been off for like a year. Lee can hit hard. I don't know about his takedown defense, but he hits fucking hard. I'll give him that. Go.
He's got that built-in excuse that comes out if he loses. I've never had COVID and trained as intentionally as these guys have, so I don't know how it affects you. But
yeah,
I just know that. Put it this way: the excuse is there if Khamzat loses. Like nobody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, like what a bum." Do you get what I mean? I don't think so.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt got a really good excuse from that, right? After he lost Font because of the because of the COVID or whatever.
Yeah, and he's fighting Kai Kara France. Do you know what surprised me about that booking?
Yeah,
is that because of his name value, I thought he'd be fighting higher up the division already. Kind of like what happened when Darren Till moved weight class.
Yeah, that is true, right? But
I thought he'd either fight someone in the top 5 or he'd fight for the belt.
And he's a former champ too. That's another
thing. And he's fighting Kai Kara France. It's surprising to me.
But that's
by the way, that's one of the coolest names in the fucking UFC.
Yeah.
It just is such a dope name.
I know. And then what else?
God, Chiesa. Yo, so how much smoke did you get on a scale of 1 to 10 when Chiesa lost to Luque?
Oh my god, dude! Because I came up with that breakdown for the fight, and I was so disrespectful to this. I think I said so many bad things about that guy, right? And then, dude, they came after me, blood. They came. It was like, yeah, what now? What you got to say now, buddy? But
was your apology video directed at Angelo Kaz? If I remember right, you're like,
yeah,
this is Angelo Kaz. I'm sorry.
Like, but I still to this day think that I don't care what nobody. That looked somewhat, paid off. Someone got, I don't care what nobody says. The fact that he got caught in another dart, the odds of that, like, come on now. Like, well, come on, the odds of that.
It's ridiculous now.
Yeah.
It's like my boy Stipe, man. They put laxatives in his food, had him fight in a smaller cage. They did also. They put shit in his water bottle. They did all sorts of shit to Stipe.
Oh yeah, well, you see, hey, that was
was disrespectful.
I had a fun day that day. That was ooh. I was
so annoyed, yeah. Do you know what? The thing is as well. Obviously, I thought Stipe would win and the rest of it because we've spoken before.
Yeah.
But when I found out they made that octagon 25 foot, I was like, fucking hell, they're doing everything they can to put the belt on Francis, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because let's be real, like, bias aside, that does not favor Stipe at all.
Well, it would favor him in the wrestling sense, right? Because he's a lot close. Like,
no, because he has less space, doesn't he?
Well, I feel like it's harder.
Stipe prefers to use his footwork to get out of the way, though, of Francis and pull it out.
Yeah, I could see that. But
for me, I was more confident in Stipe. And like, I just want a Stipe that's 250 pounds. He's fed, who's watered. Nobody's put laxatives in his food. Nobody's drugged his water bottle. Mm-hmm. Nobody's put flash photography in his face and blinded him out. He's got the normal haircut again. He's looking jacked. Francis is like drug tested every minute of the day. You know what? I want all of those things in place before that third fight gets made.
Okay.
So sort it out, Uncle Dana. I'm not having this shit.
I would respect Stipe in a trilogy because I ain't gonna lie. Stipe has humbled me a few times when he fought DC. I was like, I was so confident because that first fight, I told the whole world DC was gonna smash that idiot. I told everybody, and everyone was laughing at me.
Yeah, but he's got more title defenses than Chiessa's got wins at welterweight. Don't call him an idiot.
But all right, you got that. But listen. When DC dribbled his head like a basketball, your boy eBay was out there dancing.
Yo, what happened? Yeah, you and DC are both Popeyes eating schmucks. What happened with that left hook to the body landing in the second fight? What happened then? What happened in the third fight when DC was 10 seconds away from getting knocked out in 2 rounds? What happened then?
Hey.
2-1, my brother. 2-1. Steve,
hey, you know what happened? Age is what caught up to us.
Yeah, fucking age, man. Do you know what though? Like, I don't want to be like bitter on it, but I genuinely think like Stipe 3 years ago never loses to Francis Ngannou in a million years. Yeah, any version of Francis, he just didn't lose to him.
You know, me and DC, our boy Francis came here. He came to that Apex to avenge us and teach that boy a lesson. You know.
Yeah, you know what? Winning the belt's easy. That's my boy Stipe. He's won it twice. But defend the belt. Defend the belt, Francis. If you lose to a guy named fucking Cyril, you're gonna look like an idiot.
Yeah. Now listen here. What was your instant reaction to when
John's just fighting David Grant? He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. That's confirmed. What was your instant reaction when Stipe landed that pullback counter?
When he lost?
No. When he landed that pullback counter,
you know what?
And
he thought he ran in there. I said no. I said no, fucking no, and because I knew Francis was stunned, but I just thought he ran in there like, you know, when you're 5 years old and you run around the room, and it's a bit reckless, and you don't see like that object in front of you is going to trip you over and you're going to fall and hit your head.
Yeah,
it was a bit like that, and I was just like, he ran like at him, and I just thought, what the fuck? Like he could have shot in or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
because that would have been his window to shoot in for a takedown.
I know, man. It was hilarious. It was hilarious seeing that happen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And then he hit that hook. You seen that hook he hit him with? Wait, is Ed still here? I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is he good? Let me read.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ed. Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, just audio for whatever reason, just like yeah. Francis has a good chin. I think his chin's good, and I was saying to people in the first fight, Stipe had him hurt. You know,
Yeah,
people didn't. Stipe did have him hurt. I just think that power of his is such an equalizer that people don't go after it as much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah. Do you know what though? All jokes aside, I think I've said this to you before personally. I wouldn't like to see him fight Francis Ngannou again because it doesn't do anything for him. I just think because if Stipe was to lose to him again when he's not at his best and he's not at the top of his game, people are just going to use that to like cement Francis's legacy.
Yeah.
But Stipe's legacy is already like the best there is, and people still don't respect him. So what's going to happen if he takes another L to Francis? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And Francis is like the marketing wet dream right now. So Francis is always going to get all the plaudits.
Yeah. Let me read.
And that's my issue with it.
Grant Dawson beats Ricky Glenn. I think Grant should beat him, in my opinion. I think he should. Cannonier beat him. Brunson, keep dreaming. If Stipe didn't rush in, Ngannou would have gassed. He was slowing down. Just saying.
Do you think he was slowing down? I ain't watched that fight since, you know. I've watched it twice and I don't like watching it.
Oh yeah, why? Why?
Why do you think Francis didn't fight like an idiot for once? I was kind of relying on that.
Yeah. And I think I've watched the fight at least 3 times just for like, man,
for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Just for enjoyment.
Just for enjoyment. I know Hefe was beating his meat to that one.
Oh no! Yeah, he's crazy. Oh man.
Yo. Do you know what I wanted to ask you, innit? Because so what's it called? Because I know Izzy, Usman, and Ngannou, they have that whole African connection thing that they talk about and stuff. I know, like, you're from African descent, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you like back African fighters like that as well?
I think that's kind. I don't get. Here's the thing.
You don't get that.
Usman is from Nebraska. One, okay.
But he always using the African thing. I've been saying that for a while. Yeah, he just throws that in there to try and like.
And that's the thing with me.
I think he does that to just try and expand his fan base, and he uses the Nigeria thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But
like Izzy does that. Izzy does that with the New Zealand and Nigeria thing as well.
Yeah, and here's the thing with me, right? I'm from like Eritrea, and that's in East Africa, but you don't ever hear me like claim it, like, you know, go on and just like talk about it constantly. So what I'm thinking is, I think it got to be some type of like money or like sponsorship thing, because it's the only one that should really be talking about like Africa or anything is the guy that's from Cameroon, Francis. That's the only guy that should really be talking about that,
because he lived there for his adult life until he emigrated to France.
You know, and they don't really live there. Like I know Usman says he was there like for 6 years, but I doubt that. But it is what it is. It might be true. Izzy, he says the same thing. I'm like, bro, y'all from, like, stop it, man. Like, one guy's from New Zealand, the other guy's from Nebraska.
I get what you mean. Nah, because
and he changed his fucking name too. Like, come on, like you had people calling you Marty. Yeah, you were so proud of your heritage. You had people calling you Marty. Like, stop it, man. Like,
I always think about that. Like, if you're letting people like oppress you and like you're denying your heritage for the sake of like people cracking a few wise jokes and that. Like, his name is not even Kamaru, it's like Kamaruddin or something like that.
Yeah, Kamaruddin.
And he don't even like people calling him that. And I just think, what the fuck? There's nothing wrong with that name.
Yeah.
No, like, be proud of where you're from, innit? Like, the reason why I ask is obviously, like, I feel like, it's just a tricky one, because I literally feel like they're using their heritage as a money grab. It's like you're almost selling your soul in that sense, isn't it?
Well,
you get what I mean?
Yeah. And also, it's just. I don't want to say it's like, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's cool that they're proud of their thing, but it just comes off like is that all you guys talk about? Like, is that all y'all talk about? You know, like, y'all don't talk about anything else. You know, like, but I get what you mean. You know, but
wait, so you're born in the US then?
Yeah, I was born in the US. I wasn't born there. I still don't believe Usman was even born in Nigeria, but. It is what it is. It's just my opinion.
I always ask that because you know, in the US, right? So I hear people say, especially, do you remember when Conor was flying?
Yeah.
And then people were saying, like, they've got, like, in America especially, they were saying, these guys have got Irish ancestry and shit like that. In my head, not even in a rude way, if you've never been to the country where your origin's from, or you don't speak the fucking language, don't talk to me, innit? Like,
exactly. Like I'm
I
from.
can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even I'm from the UK, but I moved here from Albania when I was 1. I've been to the country. I taught the language. My family live over there. Shit like that. No one could ever fuck with me and talk to me in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's just bizarre when people try to claim that shit. Like, I remember, like I think Bisping was saying something like that. Like, Bisping was saying he's got Irish heritage, but he doesn't claim it because he don't fucking go there or he doesn't know anybody there or shit like that.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking. I feel like people are doing it just like some, especially during when Conor was like the king in UFC. Like, people were doing it to like seem like somewhat like a social like there's like a social symbol in it. It's about status and things like that. I was like, status doesn't come down where you're from. You're from where you're from. You can't like deny or change that. Do you know what I mean? You just can be true to. You just have to be true to yourself.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Have you ever been there, by the way?
Yeah, I've been there like 3 times, but like because I have a lot of family there. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a lot of family in America. I've been there, but I still don't. Like, I only been there 3 times. Like when I was really, really young. Last time I went there, I was like fucking 13, right? So, like, I don't claim it.
Oh, bloody heck, that's a while ago. Then that's nearly what 10. That's nearly 10 years now, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't go out here and say, oh, this and that. Like it's just to me, it is what it is. They can say whatever they want, but you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
but I just find it weird that people lap it up and don't see the bullshit, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But other people, they love it. You know, what do they call them? The 3 kings? The 3 kings of Africa?
The three kings of Africa and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I would love to go to... I would love to lose my UFC cherry and go to Africa, like the first ever UFC Africa card, you know. You know what? Let me know if you're down in it. You can pay for the tickets.
Yeah. Moroccans are Africans too, laughing my ass off. Zalal and Izatar. But yeah, you know, I think you know, you could see a situation where Africa falls though. If Israel loses to Robert, Francis loses to Cyril, and fucking Colby takes the strap from Usman, Africa better sit down, man. Because I always see like, oh, Nigeria stand up, this and that. Yo, imagine if that happens, bro. I would start crying laughing, bro. I would. Yeah. Oh my God.
Do you know what? It's great for the sport though. Like, do you know what? Because I've got Nigerian friends and things like that. And for me, like I've said, like I back Stipe because he's from the Balkans, isn't it? Like he's from the same part of the globe as I'm from. Like he's an immigrant just like me. Like he immigrated to the US when he was young. I immigrated to the UK when I was young. His father educated him. My dad educated me on the ways of life of what it means to be from that part of the world and shit like that. And how his dad humbled him and stuff like that. And I think that's why I always loved him, because I just, you love fighters you can relate to. Do you know what I mean? I look at him and I think, do you know what? This guy's story is like mine. Yeah. And this guy is a world champion. This guy's won the Golden Gloves. This guy holds records. Like he's like, I know it's cheesy and that, but this guy inspires me in it, because that guy comes from where I come from and he can do it. So I look at him and I think, if he can make something of himself in life, then I can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you ever think the same way when you look at fighters?
Yeah, some of them. Like I respect. I do respect Usman though. I was never one of those Colby fans, and I still am not, that hate Usman. I don't hate him. I respect him. I feel like I respect him more than Izzy. I'll say that.
He's born in Ohio. My bad. I thought he was born in Croatia.
Yeah.
But Crow Cop is Croatian as well. Crow Cop was another one that I looked at. Like he was one of the first fighters I was watching. But this was before I was fully into the UFC, and that guy with that left high kick was a fucking problem back then. Because you never see guys over 220 fucking pounds for a high kick, do you?
Yeah, it's great. Hey, read this. Hey.
Anyway, Caucasians will remain supreme. Dagestan, Chechnya, Georgia, Armenia. Bro, what the fuck, man? I delete that comment, Effie. I didn't want it. Why'd you make me read that for? It makes me look like a white supremacist now. You did that on purpose. Delete that fucking comment.
Hey, 10th Realm is a living legend for that. Hey, some people are not even bold enough to say that no more.
Why'd you make me read that for? Because I'm white.
Yeah, I was crying, but when I read it in my head, I was like, yo, this dude's wild.
Wait, you went, yo, let me get Ed to read this and fucking get him cancelled, the schmuck.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. What the fuck?
Hey, man.
Bro, I'm not. I'm gonna read that comment in my head.
Yeah, that's the
I
goat
mean, it
right
isn't a
there.
European
That's the
country.
goat.
Oh goodness, man! I can't believe you made me read that comment.
Man.
I'm fucking shaking, bro. I'm fucking annoyed right now.
Imagine somebody clips it. Ed. Oh my god.
Yo, I'm not even relevant for anybody to give a fuck, anyways. But
Yeah,
still, do you know what? If people see the full clip, they'll know the context. So
Yeah,
I'm hoping people rely on that rather than just seeing a 10-second clip of me reading that out and thinking it's my own words.
Yeah, goat status achieved. But yeah,
Oh my goodness, 10th round, man. Fuck.
But here's the thing with me, like I never take all this like race stuff or any of this stuff personal. Yeah. And sometimes I do want to see some of these Dagestanis get humbled, or some of these guys from what's another place, Kyrgyzstan, like Muradov, right? Like I like Muradov and he's a good fighter, but his goddamn fans with the damn flag emojis. I was like, you know what? You Kyrgyzstans deserve that Gerald Mearshart law. Did you see Gerald choke that dude out? Like I was laughing at him. Yeah.
You know what? That surprised me as well because a lot of people were high on him. And
yeah, I was high on him too.
Online, yeah. That surprised me a bit.
Yeah. But he got what he deserved that day. Or like even
yeah. We didn't talk about this. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm an idiot. I need to learn.
It's good.
What do you think about Paddy's debut? Because we never talked about that.
I was devastated.
I was disappointed with his performance. I'm not gonna lie.
I was devastated that Luigi couldn't beat his ass. I was praying to every god out there Luigi just knocked his ass out.
But, my worry is with him is fuck me. He just keeps his chin in the air like that though. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's
tough. He looked good. He looked good the first minute. The high kicks were landing. Everything was looking clean, fast. Looked smooth. Looked sharp. But I just felt like he was getting tagged too much for my liking.
Yeah, I mean, well, hey, it is what it is.
How do you think they're matchmaking? Because I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think the approach they take? Do you think they rush him, or do you think
they probably they have him fight some other prospects? You know, probably that that McKinney kid. If McKinney can beat or lose, I say
you think he'll fight McKinney?
I think
Terrence.
so. Yeah, I think.
Oh Jesus!
I think they would do it. Yeah, and I would like to see it too.
I know you'd like to see it. You just want to see this UK guys get humbled.
He's not, but like not even like I don't hate all the UK. I like the good ones. I don't like these posers. You know what I'm saying? I don't like these Darren Tills. I don't hate Darren. Darren's actually a funny kid, but like this Paddy kid is actually a little more annoying than Darren. I remember when Darren was like in his at his highest moments, he wasn't as annoying as this kid.
Bro, take it as someone who lives in the UK. You go to Liverpool, they're all like that. You can literally pick and choose. They'll all talk the same. They'll all because I think when I was saying to you when Michael Bisping was first in the UFC, he kind of struggled to connect with the fan base, especially in the US when he was doing the extra commentary on the side as well whilst he was fighting active, and it was because you guys didn't get our sense of humor or the way we think and stuff like that. But I think once you guys started seeing Michael Bisping on screen on a regular basis and just start seeing that he's just a bit of a wind-up, he likes to have a laugh, he doesn't take himself too seriously. And I think that's kind of the demeanor we have, especially in Liverpool as well. Liverpool's one of them cities where I think if you go there, you'll absolutely love it. The atmosphere is just good. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the UK, bro, I got you.
I'm coming, Ed.
Yeah, that 14-hour flight though, Jesus. Make sure you fly first class,
I would have came. Hey, if Blonde Brunson would have came to the UK to fight Till, I would have done everything in my power to make that flight. Man,
the expenses would have been insane though. Surely.
I know it probably would have. It would have been nuts.
I always said this in it because what's it called? So I was speaking to some other guys and I was like, yo, I've never been to a UFC card live. Obviously, COVID happened for the last 2 years and it fucked shit up. Because I was planning on getting tickets for Leon versus Woodley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have had to pay £180 for a ticket. And I was gonna get my brother to go with me because he's never been to a card either. And I kept rambling on to him about Leon for the last 2 years before that. So I was like, I kind of wanted to go to London and things like that. And then obviously COVID happened. And then I was saying to my friends, I was like, bro, I've never been to a UFC card before. No way am I popping my UFC cherry to watching Derek Bronson wrestle fuck Darren Till for 3 rounds and then choking him out. And then it happened. And then it happened when they actually fought in the US, which I fucking knew was gonna happen. It was just like I knew Derek Brunson would beat him. I knew Howie would beat him. I don't like. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one because I've never seen a UFC card live before. I want to pick a specific card to go to because I can be like, yo,
man, I want to go to that New York card with Colby and Usman, and I want to see Captain America Colby get the strap back, for America. But
how expensive are these things in the US then?
They're probably the one I went to was it's a bad card. I went, actually it wasn't that bad, but it was the Jermaine Durandamine Aspen Ladd card, and it was super close to me. So that was the first one I ever went to. It had Faber versus Ricky Simone. That was like the only highlight.
Oh, that was like the biggest upset on the card, I think.
Yeah, I was like talking hella shit to the Faber fans. I was like, your boy finna get smoked.
So how much did it cost? I'm curious to know like what the ballpark is. So how much did it cost?
For me, it was actually pretty cheap in terms of like, but we were all the way in the back, but it only cost $100 for a seat, so it wasn't in terms of the tickets, wasn't that bad. But it wasn't that bad.
$100 isn't too bad because it's not like you go to these things every week, like so we watch football matches here, or you guys call it soccer. And like for us, it's like it ranges on the team you go to and stuff like that. But it's like £60 to £90, which will be like, just imagine that's dollars for you. But they happen every week. So if you imagine paying that much every week, it's an issue, isn't it? But if you're paying that once a month or once every 2 months or what, like pay-per-views don't happen all the time. Do you get it? Yeah. That's not really like a bad expense. If you were paying $100 every time, then it's like every 2 weeks or whatever, then it's an issue. Do you get what I mean?
Okay, so I just searched up the tickets for Usman versus Covington, the New York card. $305 is probably for one of the tickets. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it?
And that will be way further back, and you'll be watching it on screens. My issue is with stadiums and stuff. If you're watching it on screens, you might as well watch it at home.
Yeah,
like, I want to see like the octagon kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was fun though. Like even though we were all the way in the back, you could still see the big screen, right?
Yeah.
But, like it was like it's more like the energy, right? It was fun, but
you know what? I've seen some of your cards. The fans are fucking wild. I see them fighting in the stands and shit.
I know they're so stupid. They're the dumbest people on the planet.
Do security not kick you out for these things though?
Who? Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think that security, bro. The United States security system throughout the past 3 years have just been going through this system of becoming a cupcake. All right, they're all a bunch of fucking softies if I've ever seen them. I swear they're not even allowed to touch these people no more. This was crazy. Like I'm like, what is going on?
It comes down to your culture, though, isn't it? It's like if you touch me, I'll sue, kind of thing. But it's their fucking job.
Yeah,
I think that's the problem. Like you make one wrong move, and people are they don't just sue like the security guards. They sue the company as well. And then that guy's basically out of a job for doing his job in the first place.
Yeah. Leon and Dan Hooker fought super close to where I lived 2 years ago. Justin G is gonna kill Chandler. Yeah, keep dreaming, man. Yeah.
We've been going for 2 hours, 27 minutes. This is probably the longest one we've done, man.
I know, that's crazy. Womb Wrecker, Greg Hardy versus Alexei Oleinik. That is sick. Yeah.
Isn't Oleinik's just gonna choke him out though, surely?
Oh, imagine if Hardy knocks him out though.
I can't see it though. I know Oleinik's stiff, but Oleinik is just so fucking strong though. He could just I think he'll just muscle him to the ground. He won't even take him down. I just think his sheer physique and strength will just take him down.
I don't know, man. I think Oleinik is done though. Like I really do. I think he's done. But I don't know.
It's got to be concerning though. He's got like 60, 70 fights on his fucking resume, and he obviously doesn't get paid enough if he's still having to fight for a living.
I know, it's insane. I think he likes it though. Like same thing with Holyfield. I don't know if Holyfield was broke when he fought Vitor. I think he actually just wanted to fight because I don't think he was broke. I really don't. It didn't seem like he was broke, but right? I might be wrong.
He probably doesn't make what's it called? You know, a lot of these fighters, they might have made money whilst they were fighting, but a lot of them invest poorly or don't invest their money, period.
Yeah.
And then now, for instance, Holyfield isn't like getting endorsements or anything like that. And Mike Tyson, he makes money off his podcast. He's got his weed farm and things like that. Like Mike Tyson still makes bread today. Do you know what I mean? He's still relevant today. Whereas a lot of these guys aren't. But do you know what I mean? So, but yeah. Do you know what? My battery's gone to 20%, Hefe.
All right. Okay, all right, Ed. Yeah, good fight talk. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Good fight talk. But yeah, just remember, like Sean Brady's a bum in it, but like if your boy Chiesa loses to him, I don't want to hear anything.
It ain't happening. We're going to
but if Chiesa wins, I don't want you to talk like he beat Prime Fade either.
Hey, if he wins, it's a goddamn parade, Ed. You already know. You already know.
Can we just get prayer emojis that Dan Hooker beats Islam Makhachev, by the way?
Oh yeah. Let's put that in to see all the real ones in the chat.
Let's see what the real ones in the chat, man. We need the prayer emojis in there.
Yep. Praying emojis from our boy Dan Hooker. We already know. Man. He's gonna smoke that idiot.
What's the time now in the US? I'm just curious to see what time it is in your
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 p.m. here. Fuck.
Okay, all right then.
Literally 8 hours difference. All right then. We're done for today.
Yeah, man. Hey, good.
We'll do this another time whenever you're ready, though. But take care, my brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
You too, my bro. Take care.
All right.
See you later, guys. Peace out.